Oh, nice. What's up?
Hmm.
What is your account on Twitter? You
At
said Twitter,
Residue
right?
Research. Yes.
Hey, what's up? At do residue research. Decision man propagate this light. At propagate this light. On YouTube. Come through. You could join the Chizat. We talk of that spirituality conversation here on the live stream Mondays. Mondays, 8:15 p.m. PST, and that's to the other what's the other account? I know this is corny, but what's the other account again? The other one?
SandyDiVa Mandela Effects.
You say you're streaming to two places, right?
I'm streaming to YouTube, SandyDiVa Mandela Effects,
Oh yeah. Okay, what's up, y'all?
and at Residue Research on X, formerly known as
Yes, okay.
Twitter.
Yes. Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, so I was just driving a little bit, but saying what's up anyway. All right, so let me see. Going through the Chizat real fast, and I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. I have it. Oh, JT. Oh, LJ. My bad. How you doing, LJ?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep, I can hear
hi.
you.
Yeah, it's new to your show. I've never seen your show before.
Yes, you're over there. With Sandy, you were over on her stream last night, correct?
Yes, yeah, yeah. I like Sandy's show. She has a good panel on there.
Yeah, I was actually on there on that particular show, but I
Yeah,
think I must have left.
yeah, I
Must
remember you.
no. Yeah, I was there actually. Yeah, I was there when you were there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome here. First time on the panel, LJ. What's up? And I'm gonna. I'm trying to get this for Sandy real quick. Let me see here.
And I am leaving a comment on Twitter about when your shows are
Oh, nice.
and dropping a link to your channel.
That's what's up. What's up, Pre? In the Chizat. What's good? Pre's been around for a minute too. Let me see. Here's a share screen for everyone that wants to share. I mean, wants to see what we're sharing. Sandy Diva sent this.
That is the timeline officially from you, the Home Depot. But if you read 1978, can you zoom in on 1978? That's before the store opened.
Oh, okay, let me see here. Uh, Zoom in on 1978. Okay. Would you think I have a time machine or something? You think I'm Marty? Zoom in on 1978. That's fine. Let me see. You
I just
know,
want to. I'm gonna
let me
send
see
you a
if I could do.
screenshot in your email just so you can see how good this looks on X. You're on X, so I just want to show you how good it looks.
Okay, 1978, you say?
Yes, there's 1978 left of the gray picture, the black and
Yeah,
white
it's
picture.
not right. It's not allowing me to drag it. Let me see here. Yeah, I can't. Let me see if I can make it. There we go. There we go. There we
Yeah.
go. Just have to relax a little bit. Okay, what's good with 1978? Oh, Bernie Marcus, huh? Oh, that's the Bernie you were referring to.
But I don't see anything
Bad.
about Bad Bernie's. I see Handy Dan Home Improvement Center.
Oh, Scare Performance had one too. Wow, that's an awakening right there. Yeah. So I think, excuse me. Wow, my voice is always anyway. Ignore that. Um, maybe Bad Bernie was just kind of like a nickname, Bad Bernie. But we got Bernie
Maybe.
here though. But
I want to
we
say
do
hi
have
to the. I'm sorry. I want
to
to say hi
Bernie.
to the 3 people watching on X right now because this is brand new. This is the second show that's ever been on X, and it's the first time Propagate's been on my channel on X. So thank you guys. Sorry. Go ahead, Propagate. I didn't mean to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
definitely. I see that more people is here, so I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming in. We talked the spirituality conversation. Um, if you want to join the live chat, come to it on YouTube. You posted the link, correct?
Yes, I did. It's in the comments on on X,
Oh
in
yeah,
the
oh yeah.
replies.
Or
Mhm.
yeah, or you could just stay over there and just check us out and just enjoy yourself. So Boston Ray Mudflood, what's up? So we do have Bernie here. So there's their Bernie Marcus and Arthur, but were fired from it.
Hi, Ray.
The home was incorporated Delaware.
Hey, I just want to share with you this.
Yeah, I think
Um,
she said hi. I think she said hi to Rendon. I don't see no Rendon there, right?
No, Ray. Ray. Hi, Ray.
Okay.
hi Ray. Uh, Twitter lets you promote your live stream for $50 to 11,000 to 27,000 people. That is nuts. $50 and they'll promote it to all those people.
Yeah,
That is
for sure.
crazy.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Well, in the chat there, Jessica Kirk says, yeah, if you can mute real fast, JT, if you're not speaking, I'll be appreciated. I think that's your mic bumping or something. I'm not
LJ,
sure.
you mean?
Oh, LJ, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I called you a whole different person. But if you want to
What do
make
you want?
verbal nod,
You
if you're
want?
not speaking, then you can
You
mute your
want me to
mic.
mute? Okay.
But you can always jump in and give verbal nods, but just make sure you mute it back up until you're ready to like speak. Um, Jessica Kirk says here, so I had something interesting happen to me. Is it okay if I share it? As long as it fits under the guidelines, it's all good. Go ahead with it. I'll put you up on the screen. Thank you for being here, by the way. John Data as well.
I just want to say hi to everyone in the chat. I can't see you guys. I'm just hearing the names, but just wanted to say hi. I'm losing my voice a little bit. That's why I sound weird. I'm sorry, guys. 13 hours of
Uh,
streaming last night will do that.
you sound good to me. Hey, bro, what's up? Stinky in. Try to join now. I unblocked you, or you, to say it properly. I said it CHU at first there. Unique and soulful is what I am. So the astral, the astral travelist, the astral tourist says cranberries have an astral projection song. Oh, okay. And then if you see Hebrews 77 says, finally it happened to me. Anyways, welcome here. All right, so did you want to talk about 1978 more, or did you want to go to a different year?
Oh no, I just wanted to point 1978 out because I've never even heard of Handy Dan's home improvement centers. So it's possible.
Mm,
Um, See, it says here that they were fired from Handy Dan's. And in June,
mhm,
no mention of Bad Bernie, just the Home Depot Incorporated was incorporated in Delaware. So in April, they were fired from Handy Dan Home Improvement. And June 29th, they created the Home Depot. So I don't think there was a store in between there.
Handy
yeah, because
Dan. Handy Dan's rings a bell, though. I think I've heard of them.
It's possible. I mean, they were just fired from it. Doesn't mean that
Yeah,
it was
I graduated high school in '78, so that's how old I would have been. We don't have Handy Dan's where I live, but it sounds very familiar, like it would have been something that existed.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just the history states it's never been Home Depot. From June 29th, 1978. It has been the Home Depot Incorporated, and if you move down a little bit to 1979, it will tell you when the first store opened. It was
We
right
we had
underneath 1978.
we had a family joke about Home Depot because my brother loves hardware stores. He just goes in there and gets swallowed. He could be in there for hours. So anyway, uh, there's a local amusement park called Kennywood, and when my family would come from Michigan every year, we would go to Kennywood, and it was just this family joke. We would call Kennywood Home Depot, and we would call Home Depot Kennywood it was a joke, like they were fooling their dad as to which one they were really going to, but it was Home Depot, not the Home Depot. When we were on the way to Kennywood, we're going to Home Depot, Dad, but not the Home Depot.
Oh, nice, nice. I can't seem to move it over so it could go to that year that you're referring to. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me
It's right
see here.
below it. Oh no, it was where you were before, and then you
Right.
would have had to scroll down. It was right below it. So if you can get back to where it says Handy Dan Home Improvement Centers, which is left of the black and white photo. I don't know how you got there the first time, but that's where it is.
Okay, there we oh. I think it's a picture of a big size or something. I can't seem to maneuver
I
here.
think you have to have your mouse where you want to zoom in. So you zoom out all the way, and then you put your mouse like all the way out so you can see the whole thing. And then you put your mouse over it, like over on the left-hand side of the screen, and then you
Right.
zoom in.
Okay. You see here. All right. Okay. Huh.
Yep,
Wow.
that's what happens. And if you scroll
Wow.
down, oh, just jump.
See what else? When I scroll down, it does that. Let me see if I
It's
could get
okay.
this set
I
up.
have an idea. I have a better
Okay.
idea. I'm going to take a screenshot of it, and I'm going to send it to
Nice.
you.
Okay.
And
Let's
that way
see.
you can just show the picture. How about that? Do it that
Sounds
way.
good. Sounds good. Oh, speaking of bowl cuts, the pushing button says in the chat. Anybody goes to my channel description, you'll see the Will Smith spaghetti. You'll see a lot of people holding bowls of spaghetti. Trust me. There's some hip hop there, and there's some stuff I posted recently as well. So entertainment for you if you're on TikTok, and also the unique and soulful TikTok is my Prince work. I do kind of similar to like the Will Smith stuff. I have Prince stuff over there. Plus, I do photo editing of the Prince pictures, and I have them moving alive over there. They're like the pictures are alive over there. So check that out on my channel. Oh, at propagate this light on YouTube. Let's see. Someone's knocking at the door, and it looks like it's Noel. What's up? Finally, you're here. Finally. I see you, Noel. Yeah, yeah. Got that smile on. I got you. All right, I want to bring you up in a second. Wait a minute. Why isn't this moving? It's supposed to be animated. All right, so.
And you should have an email now that says close up.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Let me see here. In the private chat, correct?
No, it's an email. It's a photo. You can't send pictures in the private chat.
Okay. Now I got to access the email. Let's see here. What's an email? Give me a second here. I'm going to bring you up in a second, Noel. Give me a second. And then while I'm doing this, I'm going to bring Noel up. Everybody, this is Noel. And let me see here.
I'm excited to hear how the movie was.
Yes, go ahead and do that, and I'll go get the picture.
Hi, I just came
Hi,
back from the movie.
hi, Noel.
Yes, Mom, the movie was during the first part. It was good, but the second part it was not. It was an okay movie.
It was okay.
Yes.
So
I
what didn't
did like
what?
it, but it was an okay movie. It really wasn't like the original one. It was really a bit different.
So what did you like about it?
I liked about it was it was the singing. Was the singing.
Okay, and what did you not like about it
I
specifically?
didn't like about it when Snow White was acting really mean to those with those dwarfs.
She was mean to them?
She was mean to them. She was bossing them around and just, oh my God.
Oh, wow. I did not realize that.
And everybody was complaining after the movie was over. Everybody was complaining, and I was like, my mood was kind of like,
When you say everyone was complaining, you mean in the theater?
no, I'm not in the theater. I heard a lot about the movie wasn't really good, but the first part was really good, but the second part was iffy. That's what people are saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's my last question for you, Noelle.
Yes.
I know that it wasn't the greatest movie in the world,
No, it
but
wasn't.
but did you have fun?
Yes,
That's all that matters.
and so my friends were acting up in the movie theater. They were like cracking up and they were like fooling around and just talking to each other. I was like watching a movie. I was like, "Can you please shut up, please?" Or I'm sorry. I told them to be quiet, and they didn't, and it was a whole there. I'm sorry.
No,
And
you don't have to apologize.
Oh, just
I
just
understand.
oh yeah, we understand. Just real quick, anybody needs reference on what we're talking about here? John Nada, what's up? In the chat, asked Snow White. Yeah, we're
yes,
talking
Snow
about she.
White.
Mm-hmm.
So there and there was this little dwarf boy was in it too, and he wasn't animation. He was not.
Yes, they did hire one person who was not CGI. You are correct.
And so, do you think this movie will not get popular? Is that correct?
Well, that's more of a question you could answer. Do you think the movie is going to be popular based on how well it did for you, like how much you liked it?
The first part was really good. It was really interesting, but the second part they need to work on that.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to because they already spent a lot of money working on it.
And so, do you think the actress that plays Snow White was being really like afterwards? Is she got in trouble? That's what people are saying. She got in trouble.
She did get in trouble because of some of the things she said, but I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure someone else will give her a job and she'll be fine.
And so I got a small Dr. Pepper, and yes, I had an energy rush.
It's okay. That's what the movies are for. You're supposed to have fun. It's special, you know?
And so we have a good recliner seats. We did, and so I never ever been to that movie theater before. It was my first time, and so it was very interesting. It was like an old movie theater.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes. Have you ever been to an old movie theaters before? Have you?
Well, I've been to old movie theaters because I'm old. They were old.
And so, are you gonna see the movie, or like you want to, or no? Like it's
I haven't been to a movie Can someone please look up what year Wreck-It Ralph was? That was the last movie. No, This Is the End. That is the last
This
movie I
was
saw
the
in the
end. I
theater.
never heard of that. What is that?
That's a bad. It's not. It's like it's a rated R movie.
Is it for me? Is it like
No,
action or?
it's it's a comedy movie that I probably would not see today, but at the time I saw about the end of the world.
And so I heard after the movie, when we came out of that movie theater, everybody was talking about really bad, like why is they what why is they change it around, and there was fighting scenes in it, and then the guards and everything. It's really
So
changing.
people in the theater were upset with the
Yes.
way the movie was portrayed.
I I have something to insert real quick.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Yes,
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
it's okay.
Jessica Kirk says, just search when did, excuse me, just search when did lead singer of Cranberries die? Sorry if I can't use that word, but
20,
that's how I typed it. But that's how I typed it in search. You said 20 something?
2023, I think. For me, it was
Okay.
recently.
Okay.
Guys, I just found something new with Home Depot.
What is it?
Uh-oh, here we go. Another realization.
I've
Love
never
it.
seen a red store before. There's a
What?
red
Do you have a
store.
do you have a picture I could share?
Well,
Share.
yes, I've been sending pictures to you the whole time.
Yeah, if you could. Oh yeah, the email. Okay.
The
I gotta
email,
open
that's
more
how I'm sending
windows.
it to you, yes.
Okay.
It's the only way I can
Um.
get it to you.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead, Noel.
And so I hear these two people were really frustrated about it, and I was like, holy crap. My friend was like, okay, we have to go, we have to leave, when they get frustrated. Like, why did she say that to me?
Well, Noel. I have a question for you regarding your Snow White. I don't know the answer to that one, but um, Indoctrinated. What's up? Welcome in. Says in the chat. Indoctrinated says they said that a trailer for Snow White popped up in there as an ad on YouTube a couple of days ago. This is weird, right?
Yes.
We're talking about it now. Now, Indoctrinated says they used to sing the dwarfs. They used to sing a song. It's off to work we go. Is the
Yes.
song? Yeah, is
Yes.
that the right?
That
Is it like? Is it?
That part, I really love. That part was in that. That was the beginning of the movie. Was really interesting, and then the middle was. I was like, what the heck is this? I was like, what?
And I just want to add to that in one of the trailers you hear them sing the song, and they do sing "Off to Work We Go."
Yes. So.
Okay, so it didn't. So it's not different.
So
Let's let's
Sandy.
kind of let's kind of stay on the topic too. But go ahead. You can finish up.
Sandy.
Yes.
Snow White, in the original Snow White, is the dwarf syndrome people were onto Snow White.
I don't understand the question. The
It
dwarf
is.
syndrome onto Snow White?
It is the original one was not like Snow White was yelling at them to stop and make them do stuff, and this one, like, is that?
Oh no, it is not like that in the original.
And the original one was what? the dwarfs did that to
In the
Snow White.
original one, Snow White was very softly spoken, very nice.
And
She asked the dwarfs what to do. Instead of saying, like, and you take the broom and sweep, she said that I'll take the broom and sweep.
and
So-
so Sandy, I was like, why is she yelling at the dwarfs? Like, that's just
Because in this version of the movie, they felt that Snow White needed to be a leader instead of a princess who is looking for a prince.
was it racist? People were like kind of like talking about it. It was racist and
Okay, we need to ask Propagate if it's okay to talk about this part. Propagate?
Yeah, this was. Yeah, I guess. I mean, as
All
long
right,
as there's no
so-
profanity.
Yes, so, all right, the reason why people are saying it's racist is Snow White is a white character from medieval Europe. And the original story is from the Brothers Grimm. And then the original movie. Well, there's actually an original movie before Disney, but it was live action. And it was black and white and it was a silent film. But the original movie that everyone knows is Disney's Snow White. And in both the book and Disney's Snow White, the cartoon from 1937, Snow White is named Snow White because her skin is white as snow. That is the exact line in the story.
And
that
this
is
one, she was black.
No, she's not black. She's Colombian. And in this one, this is why they're saying it's racist towards white people because it's like erasing them. They erased the history of the story and replaced it with Snow White is named Snow White because she was born in a snowstorm.
And so there was a few black people in this movie. Why is that?
Yes, that is also odd because in medieval England, historically, the reason why there is no black people in the cartoon is because they were being historically accurate. But there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with black people being in the movie. But I do think there's something wrong with literally changing the storyline. The storyline should remain true to the. If you're going to call it Snow White, if you want to change the entire story, then it should have a different name.
And
like
so,
it shouldn't be the same.
And so Sandy, why did they make this movie, and why is everybody is going to see this? Like,
well, okay. Before we go any further, Noelle, I just have one thing to say about the image on the screen.
okay.
It doesn't look as red to propagate. Again, my iPad is dying, and my iPad has a yellow coloring to it. That looked red to me. Now that just looks like really orange.
Where's your iPad? Is it on your phone? Are you?
Oh no, my iPad is a big phone. It's a big iPhone, and it sits on my desk.
Charge it? Like, are you on it, or what are you on?
I am on both my phone and my iPad right now. I'm working on my iPad, and I'm on the show on my phone. And on my phone, I can see it's an orange roof, but it's a very red orange.
Is your phone?
Noelle.
I'm sorry.
Noelle. Sandy's a robot.
No, I'm not.
No, she's not a robot. She's
Is
Sandy.
really
Sandy.
the red
Sandy 2K. He has all the devices.
Excuse me, Sandy.
I'm just joking.
Why is the beginning was really good in that movie and the rest of the parts were not too good?
Well, I will say the beginning of the movie was filmed at a different time than the rest of it.
What's the
Yeah,
rest of it?
the thing about Snow White and her skin, rich white people or nobility or royalty, the thing about them was they didn't have to work outside. So they made a hobby out of getting their skin to be as milky white as possible because it showed off they were so rich they could have all this leisure. They didn't have to go out and labor in the sun. So white people that were tan were the lowly peasants. And umbrellas were actually invented as parasols to keep the sun off of the white people that were rich so they could stay white. So the original movie, in my opinion, was racist toward other races other than white, and it was also elitist toward other white people. But that was acceptable in the 1940s when the cartoon came out, and a prevailing popular idea at the time.
But LJ, the cartoon was based on the book by the Brothers Grimm,
Yeah.
which is even
But
older.
even
Is
in
what
the
I'm
time
saying.
of the Brothers Grimm, this idea of the Snow White skin and the elite would have been prevailing even at that time.
Excuse
That
me,
is correct.
Sandy.
Yes.
Sandy, I was a little bit of a disappointing of that second verse of this what I saw.
Oh, okay. So what I was saying was the beginning was filmed like 2 years ago, and they had the movie done with a cast of characters playing the dwarfs that were not dwarfs. They were not little people. They were all different heights, genders, races. They didn't look like the seven dwarfs. And people were very upset by it. So upset that Disney went back to the studio and refilmed the second half of the movie.
Why?
So that's why you noticed a difference between the first half and the second half.
Yes, the second half was a dud. I am pissed. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I understand. I know you were looking forward to seeing it.
Yes.
You were very excited for it, so I understand feeling disappointed.
The first half was good. I can 10 out of 10 the first half. But why is the second part was not like, why would they do that?
They're trying to please everyone, and in the process they please no one. That's usually what happens. When you try to please everyone, you please no one.
The dwarfs back in history had a kind of a little bit of a special place. Other kinds of disabilities were kind of just what they were. You were lame or you were blind or whatever, but dwarfs had a special place. They were considered sort of magical. And a lot of times elites or royals would have sort of pet dwarves, so to speak, like maybe around the palace, because they thought they had special magical powers. Um, so that was one of the folklores that existed for a long time in Middle Ages and after.
Then the ending scene was really good too. The ending scene was from the original too.
Okay. So it went back to the true story.
Yes, the very ending scene.
Which we should say spoilers because it's brand new and most people haven't seen it.
And so, Sandy, can we talk about last night or no? on your
Well,
Um,
show.
let's get
Well,
on the topic here. Does it have
It-
something to do with the topic?
No.
It is
one of the
Propagate show, Noel.
one
Okay.
of the things that the Snow White movie was in the 40s was trying to put forward is Snow White was a very sweet, kind person and willing to do all the humble domestic duties. And some of the dwarves seemed like it was kind of nice for them, but some of the dwarves didn't appreciate her at all. And
Yes.
the point was that she was this kind, sweet little domestic person, so she deserved the prince. So they were putting forward that side of womanhood or femininity. So now the culture push is women should act like men, everybody should be the same, no difference, etc. So that's part of the reason the movie changed, because the agenda has changed. They don't want little domestic women at home helping men now. They want hardened individuals who don't even act like families. So let's get men to act like women and women to act like men, so we can all be the same. So since that's the agenda push now, that's probably why her character changed and why she's yelling at the dwarves now. And then
Excuse me.
and then there's just a racial mashup. I mean, some white people are racist. That's just the truth. I'm a white person. I can say that. And other white people are not racist. Other white people hate racism. And so there's a mix there. And I feel like the racism is a very real thing and still happens. But there's I think it's just a collapse of everything in society, this racial mashup and replacing white people with black people. I think they're just trying to say your white culture is over. Everything's over. I think that's the message. It's
Excuse
so
me,
over
Sandy.
that
Excuse me, Sandy.
Yes, Noel.
So there was this one little dwarf, and he's he's really newest to the team, and he cannot talk or just whistle.
Dopey? Are you talking about Dopey?
Yes, I never heard of him before.
Okay, Dopey, I have. Dopey's in the original. And he also could not talk in the original. And it's not nice. They call him Dopey because he can't talk.
And what is that that Snow White movie is trying to put people to go and see? Oh, let's go and see this. Once I did learn a lot about that movie tonight. It's taught me to be very friendly and very not mean to people.
Well, that's a nice lesson. That is a nice lesson, not to be mean to people, yes.
So, is people we realize that in that second movie was there's
I mean,
it
I don't know about
taught me
adults,
a
but kids
lesson.
probably will take that to heart.
Excuse me, it taught me the lesson to not be mean to people, or you should not be mean to people out. It is in your hearts.
Yes, I'm saying most adults probably would ignore that lesson. And most adults try not to be mean to others, you know?
So
But
So
is
let me
so
jump in real quick.
is there
sure.
a lesson in
Gotta
the
switch
first
gears.
one,
Yep.
Sandy? Is there a lesson that Snow White teach these dwarfs in the lesson?
I don't know, I haven't seen it, Noel.
No, the original one. It's the original one is teaching them to be really friendly, nice, and it's
The original one is only about everyone working together to help one another, and
All right,
Snow White meeting her prince. But Propagate
all right.
has a
So
question, Noel.
yeah, so we'll end the Snow White conversation there for a while, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
Noel. Is that
Yeah.
okay? Okay. And then Mud Rabbit is here. So happy birthday, Mud
Hey,
Rabbit.
happy birthday, Mud Rabbit. Noel, do you hear?
Happy birthday,
Uh,
Mud Rabbit.
There you go.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to.
do, excuse me, Popgate. Do you know that song?
Yes, I am your pop gate. Yes, I do. Stevie Wonder.
No,
Um,
I no. There's comments for me. Did Noel? Did you have butter popcorn while watching Snow White movie? And no, I don't eat until late night. I have a Dr. Pepper. It was really good. And it was the best drink. I'm so into that machine. Yes, never tried that before. The old movie theater machine was really good.
oh, that sounds good. Snyder, Mud Rabbit, Laura, and all you people, fools and tools, everybody, saying happy birthday to Mud Rabbit there. Wendy as well, and I appreciate y'all. John Nada coming through. Red Storm, what's up? Noise Guru, of course.
Propagate, propagate.
Yes,
How
I'm
is
just
your
acknowledging.
how
Hmm.
is your day today?
Well, I just been continuing to prop a gate of positivity to keep the negativity away. No, everything is good. I'm just trying to just keep my head up, and I'm
How
enjoying the
is
stream
your
so far.
high school doing? Your schooling things?
Oh, my schooling things. I'm
Yes.
not in school anymore.
So I thought you were ending this like. Remember that one time you were like ending this really soon because you had to do something?
Oh yeah. That right there. That's just 9 to 5 work. Just working at a
Yeah.
job.
Oh.
Yeah.
And do you have work tomorrow?
Actually, I might take the day off tomorrow so I can stay on for.
Yay!
Yep, yep.
And
Yeah, St. Teresa teacher. Yep.
Sandy, how was your day today? I didn't ask this conversational.
Oh, thank you, Noel. My day was wonderful. I slept until right before you went to the movies, and then I came on here with Propagate and you and LJ and Mud Rabbit's in the chat, and it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mud Rabbit. How was your
And
day?
how was your sleep?
My sleep was excellent. Thank you for asking.
And and do you sleep really calmly?
Oh yes, I sleep like a log.
Yeah, and after I wake up, when I get ready for my job, I do a little twerking. Twerk 9 to 5, like Noise Guru says in the chat. Noise Guru in the chat.
Excuse me.
Twerking,
Excuse
twerking 9 to 5.
excuse me. Um
Yeah.
uh my friend and the other friend was about to drink beer tonight at the movie theater. Not me.
Oh no. Um, but you weren't going to, right?
No, I am 25 and I'm allowed to drink, and no, that's not me.
Gotcha.
Noel.
Yeah,
Yep, gotcha. Snyder says you need your own show because you never run out of questions.
I
Good
do.
questions.
She does
Mud
have her
Rabbit
own
says,
channel.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Have you checked it? Have you checked it?
Your channel?
Yes.
Yes, but do you want to share it with the
Yes.
people?
Yes.
Everybody's channel is already in the description box, so I made sure that that's there for everybody there, so you don't have to do a lot of work.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
so her and my friends are special needs friends, and they can talk a lot. And so one of my friend during the movie was talking to me, and I was trying to not I was trying to not be rude, and I was dozing off. I was really dozing off, off in this at the movies. I was dozing off to see the screen in the movie.
Yeah, this movie that we're watching now,
What
that is,
movie?
people, if people if people put this stream if people put this stream on the big screen, it looks really nice. This is a good movie here. What's up, Ken F's Rainwater? Thank you for being here. I'm just giving the acknowledgement. Um, so Sandy, you said you had something you were working on.
I am
Is
working
does
on
it
it,
have?
yes.
Oh, you still working on it? Okay, you still working on it. All right. So Sandy has a presentation she's going to show in a little bit there.
Well, it's not gonna have words, but it's gonna have pictures. It's
Oh,
pictures.
okay.
I need to show you some pictures. That's all. I'm
Sandy,
throwing them in slides so it's easier.
Sandy,
Okay.
I was thinking about you. I was at the movies.
Oh, thank you. I
So,
know I got
Oh,
your text message.
that's so romantic. No joking. Yeah, so Noel, do you know about the ME?
the ME, no. What is that?
That's me.
That's you? What?
The ME is me, right? The
ME?
ME is me. If you're ME, then it's all you, right? It's
Propagate.
you're the
Propagate.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. You're the one that's doing the shifting, so it's probably all us. And if we're one with God and we feel God's power in it, maybe the ME is a good title when it comes to the ME. But the Mandela effect, that's just like it's like one thing. This is one aspect of it. But go ahead, Noel. Give me a second. Go ahead.
Excuse me, Propagate. Have you ever seen a movie in the old movie theater before? That's the second time I ever saw one in the old movie theater.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just real quick. I want to answer that, Snyder.
Oh
This is a restream. Uh, Snyder, this is a restream from my channel to Sandy's. So you're actually watching what's on my channel. But it's all good. We're all one here. This little community going on, so it's all good. What was your what was your question again, Noel?
I why is this kind of pop is making me really hyper? I
This
like the
kind of
bright.
The
pop.
sugar and caffeine.
Excuse me.
Dr. Pepper, so misunderstood.
Excuse me, Propagate. Have you ever seen a movie? I'm sorry that I'm talking like this tonight. Okay.
Well, do you know any movies that go with the topic, like anything like
What's the topic?
anything like reality shifting or jumping into different realities, dimensions? Uh,
I don't think she knows this stuff, Prop.
No, I don't. I have
okay.
cognitive disability. I'm kind of slow.
No, you're not. You're all good. I got you. I got you. See,
More.
but it's okay to be slower. You get to learn in depth that way.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best pop ever in my life. Sorry, I am not drunk.
Pop
I'm just hyper. I'm sorry.
the best propagate.
Yeah, but it's the best pop ever. Propagate.
Okay, so John Nada has a question for you, Noel. John Nada asks, has Noel ever known something before it happened? Good question.
What
Have
does
you had
what
a
does that mean?
Have you ever had a thought of something before it happened?
Yes.
Okay, you want to explain one of those times?
The times before it happened. At the movies today. I know one of my friends at the movies. I know that she will be crazy at the movie, and before I didn't know when she lifted up her shirt at the movies, and I didn't even see it, and my friend was really giggling. I was just trying to watch the movie, and I thought and I seriously thought she was laughing at me, and that's yes. She really did lift up her shirt, and I didn't even see it. Yes, I
I
knew.
wish I would.
I
Okay.
I think I knew that was gonna happen. Cause
Oh, nice.
I know my friends really good, especially that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
trying
sounds good.
and trying.
Everybody has that friend, Noel. We all have that one friend. Like, yep. Hmm.
And she was trying to make us get in trouble tonight, and I wasn't too happy about it. She
That's not
has
good.
remember that friend Sandy I text you about
Yes, I do.
that one.
Hmm. Like I said, it's a bad influence. I wouldn't consider someone a friend who tries to get me in trouble.
And and, and so I didn't play along with her. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh,
I'm
language,
Hey,
Noel.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you, my rabbit, for posting the what you posted there. I appreciate that, my rabbit. She's always a good admin. Jessica Kirk. That's funny you have a wrench. I don't recall giving you a wrench. I don't remember. I thought it was the first time I'm seeing your name, Jessica, here, and you have a wrench. But that's cool. Maybe I just don't recall. I'm sorry. I have a lot going on sometimes. Jessica says the reason I haven't been on for weeks is because I let my husband get to me, calling me crazy. Well, I don't have a husband, y'all. I'm reading her message, by the way. Okay, so no. Uh, the reason why, the reason I haven't been on for weeks is because I let my husband get to me, calling me crazy and saying I was mis- misremembering. So her husband was saying that she's misremembering. Um, and I was starting to get in my head and question myself and wonder if I am. Oh, you're coming here, and we're all with you. So unless we're all misremembering the same thing, which is I don't know about that. Sorry about that slip up there. Oh, I got Noel there. Did you want to say something about that?
Popskate. I'm really sorry that came out of my head. I'm sorry, Popskate.
Yeah, no problem. It's all good. Sometimes we slip up sometimes. But I'm happy to have you. Go Kart says Rabbit, I got the show linked. Okay. Um somebody's knocking on the door here. Let me see who's here. Yes. All right. We have another guest. And let's see here. Get this guest up here. Wait a minute, somebody else popped in. Let me see here. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. So I'm going to bring in this next guest. I want to say happy birthday. Oh, okay. Mud Rabbit, stay right here. Somebody has something they want to say to you. I'm going to bring them up now so they can say it to you. All right, so I'm going to be muted. So I guess everybody be muted, and then this person's going to say what they have to say to Mud Rabbit. Give me a second to get this ready. All right, here we go. Here we go. Mud Rabbit. Sanctuary, what's up? You want to say something to Mud Rabbit, huh?
Hello?
Wow, Sanctuary, your voice sounds like Noel's.
We can't hear them. We can't hear
Yeah,
Sanctuary Seeker propagate.
I know. I know. I think he's speaking the language that only Mud Rabbit can understand.
Oh. You're making a joke. I didn't know this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he fell
Hi,
out. He's gonna
Sanctuary
come back.
Seeker.
Yeah, okay, he's back to respond to that probably here.
Okay,
Sanctuary.
how about now? How's my audio now?
Everything's
Wonderful.
good. How are you?
Oh,
Yes.
good. Good. How's everybody doing on the panel?
Great. How
Oh,
are you
good.
tonight?
No, I'm doing good. I'm listening to one of my favorite shows on planet Earth. Um, that is if we are on planet Earth, because Sandy, you're doing a great job showing us all the MEs, and I'm hooked on those. I'm hooked on those. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
if we are on planet Earth, because we don't know. Yeah, you're welcome, Sandy. Absolutely. And by the way, yesterday when you went live, I was just going into bed, and when I woke up, you were still alive, and I said, "That's awesome. You did like 9 hours. That's amazing, Sandy." Um,
13. I did 2 shows back to back.
oh, it's 13. Oh, geez, I must have missed the earlier one then. That's on
Um,
me.
it was on, no, it was because I was on Hebrew 77. I was on a different channel, but I went right from that show to my show. So that's why my voice is the way it is, because
Oh yeah,
there's 13 hours of talking.
yeah. That'll do it to you. That'll do it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was well, you know what? I remember me and Mud Rabbit talk is saying that our birthdays are close because my birthday's next Tuesday, and I remember. And by the way, listen, I'm in no way taking it off Mud Rabbit's birthday. Forget about my birthday. I just remember that she said we're in the same week. So yeah, I just came on to say happy birthday, Mud Rabbit. It's different in the chat, so I had to come live and say happy birthday. I was wondering where Mud Rabbit was this entire time, so it's good to see that she's safe and it's just her birthday. So good to see that, Mud Rabbit.
It's a good reason to take off. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing next Tuesday. Uh, but, so yeah. But I hope Mud Rabbit didn't do anything to. What kind of cake was it, by the way? Did she say? I didn't hear. Did she say what kind of cake it was?
I can't see the chat, so I don't know.
Okay.
Propagate?
Let's see. Let's see here. Mother Rabbit says about cake. I thought I seen something earlier. She's left something regarding cake, right? Is what you're saying? The kind of cake she had. Mud Rabbit. I have news for you. You can have your cake, but you can't eat it too. Okay. Sorry. That's the phrase, right? We can't have our cake and eat it too, right? Or maybe it's just on our birthday.
You can
Rob,
say it either way.
do you get that? Like, was that your rapping style? Like, where you would do a lot of metaphors and stuff back in the
Oh,
day?
definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's my style.
Because you got one for like everything, man. You got one for like any sense somebody fires off, you got a metaphor to go with it.
Yeah, I've done some freestyles, so I got used to just thinking right, right at the snap,
Oh yeah,
Um,
man. If you know how to do freestyle off the top of the head, that's clever, bro. That's
mhm.
real smart. You gotta be smart to be able to do that.
Well, yeah, like I was saying, it took a while. And when I say freestyles, me hanging out with other people that were like going back and forth, so I had to always think of things to say that make sense, and then they're always laughing at what I'm saying because, like you said, I throw those metaphors in there, so they end up being fans of mine as well as me being fans of theirs.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
just real fast. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Hmm.
No, no, I'm listening. I'm listening, bro. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, Mud Rapper says was just a white cake with icing.
Oh, okay. So that's like vanilla cake, I'm guessing. That's what that would be.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice with his picture on it or something. Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla ice, right? You
Ice
get a
Ice.
picture of it. Actually, it's
Yep.
funny. I know this is kind of random, but Vanilla Ice, he follows me on my original Twitter, which is like that's my personal Twitter. That's not Sanctuary. That's my real name and all that. And this is going back like over a decade ago. Yeah, Vanilla Ice. I got Vanilla Ice, Missy Elliott, Chuck D from Public Enemy. Um, I think it was Baby Bash. You guys remember that guy, Baby Bash? Like just random ones that they all had the verified Twitter symbol and they were all following me. I thought that was cool. Thought it was cool, at least for for back then it was.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Just real fast, I'll just throw this in there since it's kind of little. Are you familiar with Lord Jamar?
Yeah, of course. I from Brand Nubian. I met Sadat X. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Yeah. Brand Nubian. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I used to always talk to like his best friend, and but yeah, it looked like we're both kind of connected to some people there.
No, that's real dope, man. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought you were gonna end up saying some of the publicity that Lord Jamar's in because he's on a lot of those like interviews. I don't want to say the channel name in case you don't allow it, but like he's like catches flack for some of them, and then some of them he gets fans off of them. But I thought you were going to mention that part.
No, yeah, no, I'm familiar with the interviews you're talking about. I can't think of the name of the
I could
bomb
say it.
first.
I could say it if
There's,
you want.
well, I mean, I
It's
guess
up
if
to you.
anybody's interested.
Well, I guess maybe you said you don't remember. Maybe you don't want to say it. Took me a minute to catch on, but yeah. So
Mhm.
you got connections with Jamar. You're saying for music.
No, I used to be in contact with his best friend all the time. We used to always talk, and other people as well was connected with this that have record deals and things like that. Actually, a guy that's like a cousin to me, he's on this label called Tokyo Dawn. He goes by the name of Blacktronics. So, um, I don't know if you heard of Tokyo Dawn, but there's some people on there on that label. Uh, but
I
yeah,
don't think I've heard of him. I don't think I've, but
yeah.
I got to tell you, Prop, from all this time I've been talking to you, I know you're a well connected man. Can you, like, I know you talked there, can you by any chance talk to one of your buddies that lends out 10 grand, right? 10,000 bucks, one of your buddies? Just tell him one of my friends on the internet needs 10,000 bucks. Because it seems like you're a well connected guy, bro.
Yeah, I can give that to you once I break this hundred million check. I could give you just 10,000,
right,
and
right, right, right.
that was a,
It's all
that was a
trolling,
quick
bro. It's all trolling. Right.
that was a quick response. That was a quick response, huh?
No,
Yeah.
that reminds me of what was it? It was in the one movie where he said man, back up off of me before I smack you with this $5 bill and make change out of you. I can't remember who it was, But it was a funny line like that. I just can't remember who it was though. But it was a good
Oh
movie.
yeah, yeah, that was that movie that I was in. That was my line. I said that to never mind. No, just joking.
What's she saying to
No,
man? Stop the
uh,
cap now. Now stop the cap.
yep, the
Uh,
cap, yep. So we have something on the somebody. Let me get some back. We got some background here. Yeah. Thank you. So we have something on the panel here. SandyDiVa, do you want to take it from here?
Yes, let me get to the show so I can see it. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. All right, can you click on one of the slides, please? Like make it full screen, just one of them, the starting with the left. All right.
Oh, my bad. I thought that was
Yep.
oh, okay. Sorry about that. Here we go.
There you go. All right, so can we see the difference between the one on the bottom and the one on the top? Is that red, or does it just look red on my screen?
It looks redder. I think that's just probably the what do you call it? The
The
color
red
of the picture.
orange.
The color of the picture. You know, it's
Oh
like
no, I
the
double checked that the color is correct. It's just that, like I said, Home Depot has changed their logo 3 times. And it started out with a red orange, less red orange, and that orange. I'm showing you the 2 colors, the difference. See what I'm saying? The old one's on the
yeah.
bottom, the newer one's on the top color wise. But they've always been the Home Depot. Okay? Then we go
Yeah,
to the
that's what I
next
was
slide.
okay. That's what I was trying to say. What Snyder's saying. The tint. I think the tint is darker on that picture on the bottom. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
and
the
it's not.
actual. Go
Well, that's
ahead.
what I'm trying to say. The actual logo, the tint was darker. That's what I was trying to tell you. From
Oh,
79 till 1989, the tint was redder in the logo. But it was orange still. Just a red orange. And I don't know if that's new. But I've never seen it that red orange before. Propagate, when we're done this presentation, if you want, you can go to Logopedia, and it has the 3 logos at the top, and you can see the transition of the color if you want to do that.
okay. No, I trust you. You're bona fide. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, here are I'm showing that it's always been that. This is 1979 parking lot on the left bottom, the black and white. You can tell by the old cars. The Home Depot. The Home Depot. See the cutouts in the letters? I don't remember those cutouts. That's going to be important in a minute. I'm just showing you all different time periods. In the 80s, for employees, they made a Home Depot Rubik's Cube as like a reward, I guess, or something. Now, here's the interesting part. I'm waiting for it to go on my screen. So at the top, you can see the cutouts in the letters on the headings of the aisles. But if you look at the bottom, there are no cutouts. And that is how I remember the logo. There were no cutouts. But the cutouts are on the top, but not on the bottom. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
You see
Let
how
me
the
see.
cutouts are missing in the bottom?
The
what
cutouts.
cutouts are you talking about? I'm trying to kind of follow here.
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, if you look at the top image and you look at the O, the R, the S, there's lines. Lines through the O. Like a blank, like someone erased the top of the O and the bottom of the O. You see what I'm saying? Can you zoom in on the top left?
Yeah. No, I see. I see it very closely now. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And those cutouts, those erased marks, are not in the wording, the letters in the store in 1979.
So which one's 79? Is it the bottom picture or
The
or
bottom pictures, yes.
Okay, and which one's the top?
The top is like 1985. It says that the first store opened on it, but that image is later. The original images were at the bottom in the color. They're from different
Okay.
websites.
Right, right. Okay, yeah, I'm following you now. I'm following you.
All right, so here is some residue. One is a PDF of just someone's memory. They remember Home Depot. But more importantly, the yardstick, when you buy it from the Home Depot, says Home Depot on it. There is no the, except for in the logo. But the words are Home Depot. Sold from the Home Depot.
But are people remembering it saying the?
No, the people remember home. It's always said the. People don't remember the. It's always been there.
Okay, you're saying, yeah, I know I went to Home Depot last Monday and I can't even freaking remember what the heck it said.
Well, the confusing part is, like I said, the company has always been the Home Depot. Yet here are 3 stores that only say Home Depot on them.
Right, right. Because I could have sworn wouldn't the be on the top and it has like the house roof type of thingy, right? On the isn't that
Well,
how
when
it
it's
is?
on, yes, but when it's on the building like this, unless I don't think I've ever seen one with the logo on it, but you'll see the in front. So it'd be the Home Depot in a line on the building. But for
Right.
these, there's no the at all, which makes no sense because the company, again, from day one, has always been the Home Depot in this reality. In my past, it was just Home Depot. There was never a the. And 99% of their stores say the Home Depot. Yet,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
for
just to
that,
be.
some reason, these
Hmm.
shouldn't exist.
Yeah, that's the way it was recently. Let's be clear, like we were saying earlier. In my reality, it's always had the on it, and then it changed to the way it looks now on the screen, and then it went back to the way it is. I guess you could say in reality now. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Sanctuary.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm following along what you guys are saying. Yeah.
Okay, because you said you went to a Home Depot um yesterday or whatnot. When you went to Home Depot, is that what it was called? Home Depot?
That's the thing. I can't. Well, I went last Monday, but that's the thing. I can't remember because it's just like, when you're just so used to going into these stores, this one, Walmart, whatever, like you don't really pay attention. Uh, me and my old man, we were going to fix some guy's door, and we just went to get some stuff in there. So I really couldn't even tell you. All I remember is we walked through the contractor door. It's that big door that says contractors.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I must have missed it. But you know what? I'll drive tomorrow. I'll drive again by and see what it says. Let you guys know.
Oh, speaking of driving, are you on the road right now?
Yeah, that's why I keep going on mute. When I'm not talking, I keep going on mute.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. Be safe. Be safe out there.
Oh, I'm a
Um.
skilled driver, bruh. I'm a skilled driver, man. The driver slash panelist.
Oh,
So
that's what's up.
I'm sorry. This one I have a question for everyone. This is in the history of Home Depot as like a competitor. Does anyone remember Home Save? Because I need everyone to look at the M and the E. It's one letter. We have triangles for the E. The A is merged at the bottom. The V and the E is merged. We have a single $sign for the S. But the ME is one letter. And I've never heard of Home Safe before. So I'm asking you, have you ever heard of this company? This would have been in the 70s with this logo, with the M and the E as one letter, the A being merged at the bottom and connected to the S, and the V and the E being merged, and the E is triangles in the inside of it.
Not to make a joke, Sandy. I know you want a serious, but the top one, because it's green and yellow, it looks like the Subway logo. I don't mean to sound like a fast food guy now, but that's all that comes to mind with this thing. That's all.
I understand that. It's okay. You're
Oh yeah, I see
associating it
that
with
too.
Subway. That's fine.
Yeah, I noticed that too. The different colors is what you're saying, huh?
Yeah, the green and the yellow.
I also find
Okay.
it interesting that the Wizard of Oz is a huge mandala. It's got many mandalas in it, and their tagline is "There's no place like home save," like straight from the Wizard of Oz.
Mm.
Did you say home save at the end?
Yes, yes.
I thought it was just there's no place like home.
Oh no. That's the tagline of the store. Is "There's no place like home save."
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying because, like you said, there's been differences in that movie, and then there's also the Scarecrow's holding a weapon.
Yes.
It is it.
And a wrench. One's holding a weapon. One's holding a wrench. One's holding a net that we don't remember. There's all
Yeah,
these extra props that just were not there.
yeah. And when I say a weapon, I'm referring to a GUN, y'all. So I never seen that in the movie, before. But why would they have that in a kids movie like that anyway? Or
Exactly.
family movie. Well, Jessica Kirk says, so I was wondering why there was a the. I always remember Home Depot. No the. Huh.
Oh, and also there's bug spray. The Cowardly Lion is holding bug spray.
Okay. Hopefully my voice is not too loud. Just let me know, y'all, if you anything's going. Bug spray.
Yeah, like one of
Bug
those old-fashioned, like a long tube with the canister at the end with the handle and it makes
spray.
like a fog to kill bugs. The
Yes.
Cowardly Lion holds one of those things as well. That was
What?
never there.
Why? What's the reason for it?
I don't know. What's the reason
It's
for the
also,
thing Scarecrow has?
yeah, but see, that's the thing. They have it, but they don't use it, right? Or something, I guess.
The only thing I could think of is maybe it's like flying monkey spray because they're flying like flies. Maybe, I don't know.
That's funny because I actually need some of that. I have these issues with these flying monkeys over here on Mondays. When I get off the stream. Wow, flying monkey spray.
You live
That's
near a
funny.
zoo or something, bro?
Nah. It's just the end times, man. No.
Oh,
Did
facts,
any
bro. Tell me about it.
It's Go
did
ahead.
anyone in the chat remember the store? I can't see the chat, that's why I'm asking you, Prop.
Oh, you're asking me. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see. I'm going through it right now. I don't see nothing thus far. Let's see. They always have the cleared section. Go Kart Bob says no. Pushing Button says no, Sandy. And then Mud Rabbit says we didn't have them down here. I never seen it
Well,
before. I thought I'd seen this before though. That name. I thought I have. It's okay. So okay. Is this another store that exists right now? Is that what you're saying?
no, I mean,
Oh,
I tried to look it up and I couldn't find any information on it. They keep trying to say Home Sense, and it's not Home Sense. So that's why I was asking if anyone's ever heard of this. I don't understand why this is related to Home Depot because it was on their website. And
I do have a home sense in my town here, but I don't think that relates.
that's what I'm saying. The internet is trying to say that it's. Did you mean Home Sense? And I'm like, no, I mean Home Save.
Right.
And I couldn't find any information on it. It's the same colors as Home Depot. And it just screams AI to me, and that's why I want to know if anyone had ever heard of it.
A lot of people say they haven't here. I see. I missed this comment here. Is anyone familiar with Aaron Woodward or Woodard experience on X?
I know
Anybody?
Woodard, the last name Woodard, but not the first name Aaron.
Okay. You asked me for the link. Uh, You have
I
to
mean, let me put it
read
this
the
way.
pin.
I knew someone very, very, very well with that last name, but not the first name.
Cool. Um, when
So I
someone
don't
says
know.
link like right. So when someone says link like that, I'm going to assume that they didn't read the description box. You're coming in from X, I think. But if you read the pinned message here, I don't know what channel you're on. But if you come to my channel, so you have to read the guidelines before you just pop on, and then I'll give you the link via my channel. If you're here, just go to the description box, and if you could read to that, then I could send you the link. Sorry about that, y'all.
No, it's okay. Yeah, and if you are coming from X, I did leave a link to the stream on YouTube, so you can come over here if you'd like to join. So you can read the description box, um, and be aware of Propagate's rules to join the stream.
Well, I think Mud Rabbit is familiar. Is that you at Aaron Woodard? The Mud Rabbit's saying, okay, I'll just go ahead and throw you the link. Matter of fact, I might just go ahead and do that in a minute. Just give me a second. We'll continue on with the conversation. I'm going to get to the next slide, and I want to get the link ready. Oh, you watch Wood?
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. So go-kart. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, wood. There's a lot of wood words names here. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I get to.
Oh, you mean me? Because if so, we're going to the next one. It's just from some residue.
Yeah. Sorry about. Yep.
No, okay. It's just some things I came across while I was looking for the 1978 stuff, trying to find home safe. Here we have a Home Depot clock from Y2K, and that's an old Mandela I found, where it's also called the Millennium Bug, but it is also called uh, solving the year 2000 problem. And in my past, it was only Y2K. They never called it anything else. But in this reality, it's called Y2K or the Millennium Bug or the year 2000 problem. So I found it interesting that this countdown clock had both Y2K and the year 2000 problem on it. And then this just came up. I was looking for historical documents with Home Depot, and up came this complete set of 4 United States historical documents, and we have stars in line and a red bar flag. So I threw that in there as well. I just want everybody to see what I found, that's all. And that's it. And documents is all merged. In case anyone's wondering.
Sandy, I gotta ask you because I haven't really talked to you that much, and I've seen a couple of your streams a few times, and I like what I see. But from my understanding, these are all pretty much new MEs that you're showing us. Am I
That
correct
I
on
show,
that?
yes. Yes.
Okay. Because
Not always. I will tell you if it's a rewind, if it's older. And I will tell you if other people have covered it before. And like when we're showing stuff like this, obviously this is a very old Mandela effect. It's just that I was looking for something specific. Someone said that, I don't know if you were here in the beginning of the stream, someone was saying that Home Depot went by a different name in the beginning, and according to the Home Depot's history, it didn't go by that name. So that's why we were looking into this.
Okay, right. No, for sure. No, it's just the reason I'm asking is I'm just more just trying to understand. You're doing the research on your own, or like how do you kind of find out the
Yeah.
new ones. Oh, it's
I
under.
I just see them. I don't go looking for anything. I just come across them.
Oh, gee, that's a gift, Sandy. That's definitely a gift from God right there. You got that to be able to see it, because yeah, I wouldn't know, right? So that's definitely why I'm asking. But that's your gift. That's definitely one of your gifts there.
It could also be a curse, but yes.
Well, the curse is definitely when if you try telling somebody about it and they say, you know, they don't understand you or they think you're nuts, right? It's one of the two.
That is exactly what I mean, yes.
Yeah, right, right.
I also
Yeah.
get accused of making things up. I get accused of photoshopping things that I do not Photoshop. I get accused of all sorts of crazy stuff by people who don't understand or do not see Mandela effects. So,
Yeah. No, exactly. So, I do my best to be respectful on Propsgate as far as not mentioning other channels and whatnot, because I follow a lot, right? And I think that's at like the most open-minded you can be, is like go into all sectors and communities and whatnot. And I follow this one particular person who is saying that I'm sure you hear about we're in a matrix and whatnot, right? And but I heard
I'm
you
sorry.
mention that, huh?
I didn't hear who you said. Something Matrix?
That's the theory that goes around a lot, is that we
Oh,
live in the
oh, oh, yes,
matrix. Yeah,
simulation. Yeah.
yeah. And so this particular person, he says that every 5,000 years, the world dies and then it's a new simulation. And I thought it was an interesting theory, because it's kind of like when you look into the biblical timeline and all that, it would almost indicate that like the end times would be like pretty soon. And he goes into like AI and whatnot. Um, but sorry, yeah, the point I was trying to get at is I know that the Mandela effects correlate with these beliefs as far as reality shifts. Like I talked to Mud Rabbit about reality shifts, that I've been feeling something going on, even with my dreams, and just a whole lot going on. Uh, so yeah, that's why I do believe in the MEs, is because of the reality shifts and all of that. That's how it makes sense to me personally. Um, but yeah, sir. I mean, nowadays I say a whole lot of gibberish and I can't even remember my point. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody else help me
No,
out
no,
here.
no. It's okay. You were originally asking. You were talking about the. You asked me how I find all these Mandelas, and I do research them myself. Like when I see one, I will then go and research it, and then I do all the work. It's a ton of work. And then you said that you watch a person who you didn't share with us, that they believe that it's a matrix, and the everything resets every 5,000 years. But you didn't tell us why you were telling us that, like who the person was. Is that what you believe? Is that the theory you are leaning towards?
Um, I kind of here's the thing, right? I don't really. How do I put this? I don't really have a belief, right? Like I fell back to like the Most High, right, which is God, ultimately God. Um, but I mean, obviously, like I know you mentioned that you're a Christian. If I'm not mistaken, I don't like to mislabel people.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, good. But it's like, I did kind of like fall in love with that belief system. I think it was 2 years ago and whatnot. Then I start breaking out of it, and I know like the Most High can read our hearts, and so I would believe that the Most High, if He knows like your heart's not there and you're not really believing it, then He'd rather you go with what you believe. But so it's like, yes, I definitely believe in God, but it's like I stemmed away from a lot of religious views and beliefs, and it's like now I'm more into like not new age, but like yeah, pretty much new age spirituality. And so I'm trying to see what these people have to say. Um, I know with Prop, he would share a lot of the NDEs, and then I find those interesting because all these people that had a NDE experience, they don't say nothing about religion, right? Like they all come back and say God says He loves you all and do what you're supposed to do, and it's like so that's kind of where I stand, if that makes any sense. I don't know if you want me to go
It
more in
does.
depth. I don't know if you want me to go more in depth than that, but I can. I don't mind. But
And
that's
I
just
would I would also like to say that what you said earlier about religion, um, it doesn't have to be New Age, but spirituality. You can be spiritual without participating in an organized religion. You can still be Christian and believe in Jesus Christ and not participate in the actual, you know what I'm saying, like religion. You can just follow the teachings of Jesus, read the Bibles, talk to Him, have a
Yep.
relationship with Jesus without going to church, a specific church, and having, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be spiritual and Christian. You don't have to be New Age, is what I'm saying. I put New Age in a different category. That's all.
Did you ever look into it? Like, did you ever dabble into it and just something say like turned you away or something? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh yeah, of course. Like when I was in my teens and early 20s, because that was like the kids were the kids were all doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my friends, like crystal healing. That's what I consider New Age stuff like that. Like, and I turned away from that. I'm like, no, that's not right. I mean, crystals are pretty for their for being rocks, but I don't believe that they have healing powers and things like that. I believe they're just pretty rocks. Jesus is the one that heals. You know what I'm saying? But when you say New Age, that is what my mind goes to. I think of like alternative beliefs that are more spiritual that do not include Jesus, like crystal healing and um, Wicca and um, even to some extent like meditation and like that's more spiritual, separated from Christ, and then they're spiritual with Christ in my mind. And spiritual separated from Christ for me is New Age. Does that make sense? Like that's just the way I separate it. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's how my mind categorizes things. That's all.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And I got nothing but respect for that. I mean, so far, see, this is what I love about just communicating with humans, right? Is so and by the way, I am uh like when I said my birthday's next week, like I don't mind sharing this, just so maybe you get an idea where my mind's at. I'll be turning 31 next week. So
Mhm.
yeah, and I like honest to
Happy
God,
early birthday.
oh, thank you, I appreciate it. I was just more trying to point out that you know, I'm kind of just still at the learning stage. And so, because prior to 2 years ago, I was really living in la la land. Like I was sleeping, I was completely oblivious to what's going on. And just really, I was like any other guy, just watching sports all the time, sports or just nonsense on YouTube. I used to come on here a lot and just really argue with people over nonsense. And I got no problem sharing that. But yeah, so it's like then when I dabbled into it, and then it's like I see a lot of different beliefs and whatnot. But for the record, let me say this: I've been watching like street preachers on YouTube since early 2016, so about 9 years now. So I've always like kind of kept the Bible at bay. I never committed to reading it just because I'll be honest with you, just because I was too lazy to do anything that I should be doing. Um, so I never read it, even though I should have. But everything happens for a reason. Um, but yeah, ultimately, I think just the fact that here and there I'd hear about Jesus and whatnot, I think that's what kept me to like at least have some good in me. Because it's like now I see how really evil we are as humans, or at least the evil we're capable of, like just as far as sins go. Um, but that kind of kept me at a good thing. And then 2 years ago, I started, I don't know, I started with the church, and then I expanded to other beliefs. But sorry, long story short, first it started with a lot of confusion, like why is everybody saying something different? And now it's more like I appreciate everybody's beliefs. It's like I could learn from everybody. So I no, thank you for sharing that with me, Sandy. Absolutely. It's just nice to be educated on things. But
You're
I'm still
welcome.
going through my journey. I'm still going through, and eventually I'll settle on a more on a more firm belief, so to say.
Have you heard my crazy theory as to why the Mandela effect is happening?
No. By all means, please. I'm listening.
All right, so I know there's a lot of flat earthers in the community and people who just
Okay.
do not believe space is real. And I ask that they just push that aside for a moment because I don't see why there can't be a flat earth under a firmament with space that is only accessible to Jesus. Okay? So just
Mm,
pretend that's if you're a flat earther and you don't believe space is real, just think of it that way. Beyond the firmament is space that Jesus has access to, not us. And according to science, which we have no way to corroborate, many people remember us in the Sagittarius arm from when we were growing up in school, um, from Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan no longer says we were in the Sagittarius arm. But the Sagittarius arm, where many remember us being, science claims is missing, that a huge chunk of it has gone and disappeared, and they don't know what happened to it. So my theory springboards from there. My theory is something happened, obviously, if there's a chunk of where we were is missing, millions of light years wide, that something cataclysmic happened and God saved us. And the way he saved us was to move us to Orion. And the only way to move us to Orion would be to move us to an earlier version of Earth. And I'm going to tell you in a second why it's earlier. Because he would have to move us to a place in his time, not Earth's time, not our time. You know what I'm saying? Not humanity's timeline. It's still the same year for us. He moved us to, like, if you take the Earth and you just move it backwards in time, he plopped us at an earlier point in Earth's timeline. Okay? And the reason why I believe this is because when I looked at the Mandela effects and I see all these theories floating around, none of them quite sat well with me. The only one that could actually answer all the questions is the simulation theory. And I have my qualms with the simulation theory because, excuse me, I have to cough. I'm so sorry about that.
that's okay. No problem.
So, my qualm with the simulation theory is that if I'm aware of it, I feel I should have at least some control. If I understand, like, if I'm in a video game, maybe I can't control everything, but I should be able to control some things. Like, I'm not talking about like being rich or something, but like I'm so disabled that I have to live in bed 95% of every day. You'd think that I'd have some control over that, like being able to find a doctor to help, something that there be some treatment that comes around to help me out. Something. I am helpless when it comes to this. I can't find a doctor that can help. There's no medications for my condition. I just, because that means to me, in some way, even if it's just 1%, I am keeping myself sick, and I cannot agree to that. I cannot believe in that.
Mm.
So I could be wrong. Simulation theory could explain it all, but I don't buy into it. So I started looking at what else could be the cause, and that's how I came across this chunk of the Sagittarius arm is missing. So again, from that point on, hypothesis. I'm hypothesizing that God saved us and moved us to an earlier version of Earth. And the reason it's an earlier version, first of all, I do believe that we are shifting timelines. That would explain things like Home Depot, the Home Depot. That would explain, like, I just covered Robin Hood, the cartoon, the Disney cartoon. He has a yellow hat. It was a green hat in my past. That would explain that, shifting timelines. But shifting timelines doesn't explain why the sun is not yellow. It's a white star. And why South America is not below North America. And why Australia is not the land down under. And why there is no North Pole. Do you get what I'm getting at? The shifting timelines doesn't fix the Earth Mandelas. It doesn't fix the weather Mandelas. It doesn't fix the animals that were extinct in my past that are around today. It doesn't fix any of that stuff. But what does fix that stuff is being on an earlier version of Earth where there are different plant life that we weren't aware of, and that's why new plant life is found every day that we just didn't see all this time. Why there are animals that were extinct that are no longer extinct. Why there are animals and plants that are called living fossils. I covered one on the show. It was I don't know if you saw it, but I covered it on Saturday. There is a plant called Monstera deliciosa. Deliciosus. Monstera deliciosus is not a Mandela. It's a plant. It's a house plant with large leaves. It's the fact that the plant grows a fruit now that has scales that have to fall off. But more importantly, they just discovered Monstera gigas and Monstera titanium. And they are living fossils. The leaves are so large that you could float down a stream in one if it didn't have so many like openings in the leaf. It could be used as a blanket. They're gigantic. The flower is larger than a male human head. It's a gigantic plant, hence gigas. So that's just an example. That's why I believe we're on an earlier version of Earth. Also, because in the future, our white star sun will become a yellow star. In the future, South America with tectonic plate movement will move closer to being underneath North America. And who knows? Maybe the waters recede and there's land at the North Pole that's above the water. And now we have a continent at the top that's the North Pole. Or possibly Greenland breaks up and Greenland becomes smaller and now there's a chunk at the top that we call the North Pole. I don't know. All I know is that tectonic plate movement suggests that in the future, like I'm talking millions of years, South America will be below North America again. Also, we have all these new weather anomalies, these new rainbows. We have new rainbows. There's all different types of rainbows that didn't exist in my past. Even the color spectrum itself, which I just covered on Saturday, is different from the color spectrum that I was taught. All of these things, the weather, the air is cleaner. The water is cleaner from my childhood. For example, we used to go down to Atlantic City when I was a kid. We go on the beach. The ocean, the Atlantic Ocean in Atlantic City was brown. It was brown. I mean, it was clear when you'd step in it, but if you looked out at the ocean, it was brown. Now it's dark blue. It's like a navy blue. It's cleaner. The Delaware River in Philadelphia, same thing. Now I know they dredge it. I'm not saying that, but they have dredged it and it was still brown because the Delaware River comes off of the bay, which is off of the Atlantic Ocean. And now it's also this dark blue color. The air smells cleaner to me. And I believe all of that is because we're on an earlier version of Earth. So I think some of the Mandelas come from us being moved. And the only thing that, in my opinion, that could do that would be God. Now, if you don't believe in God, maybe it's just the way the world works. I don't like the way life works. I don't know. But for me, there's a chunk of that solar system. The arm of the galaxy, a chunk of it is missing where we supposedly were. I think God saved us. And by doing so, it triggered this phenomenon where we're shifting timelines and we're shifting Earths to earlier versions where the air is cleaner and the water is cleaner. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's the only thing that makes sense for me, except for simulation theory, that I can't agree to it. It also seems like a cop-out. For me, now I'm not saying you're wrong if you believe this, everyone out there. If you believe it's simulation or quantum computers, that is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying for me, it's too easy. Now, I do know that people will say that the simplest answer is usually the correct one. That's fine. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just
Occam's
saying for
razor.
me.
Occam's
Yes.
razor, right?
Yes. But for me, it's too easy because you could just explain everything away with a computer program as being edited. It just seems too easy to say it's simulation. For me, if you want to believe simulation or quantum computing, because quantum computing says everything happens all at once, every possibility all at once. That's possible, I guess. But for me, like I said, I just think it's too easy. And also,
Okay.
like I said, the chunk missing in the galaxy and all that stuff, and the star being a different color, and there's rings around every planet now. It was just Saturn. In the future, those rings, due to gravity, again, I know flat earthers, I know, just bear with me. I'm going with what science says. Sorry. But they will say that the rings will fall to the planet eventually. So the other planets won't have rings.
Can I ask you something?
Mhm.
Okay. It's just because when you brought up the flat Earth thing, I kind of giggled for a reason. I'm just wondering. I'm just asking a question. Did you by any chance get any hint or idea that I follow a flat Earth channel or that I'm a flat Earth? I'm just kind of curious. Because I'll
Oh
answer
no,
you.
I just know there's
Okay,
people
because
in the chat and in the community that are definitely flat earthers and they don't
okay,
believe in
because
gravity, they don't believe in space. Nothing.
I do follow a flat Earth channel, right? And I didn't want to say it, but that's kind of where some of the stuff I was saying I was hearing, and I was thinking that maybe you follow that channel as well, and you're kind of debunking it. But this is what I
Oh no, I'm
wanted
not
to ask
debunking
you.
anything. No, I'm not
No, no, no,
saying.
it's all good. No, no, it's all good. You were telling me about the thing, right? But I'm trying to. This is what I'm trying to wondering. Now, when you say it's an older version of Earth, which I really like this, by the way. This is again new stuff I'm hearing. If you had to estimate how many years ago he's bringing us back, like is it even relevant? My question, or would you like, let's say,
Oh no,
would
it
it
would have to
be?
be millions of years. It would have to be
Mm,
millions.
mm, mm.
Which could explain why there's rainbow locations that we'd never heard of, like the Isle of Hormuz, which is completely rainbow. They eat the dirt there. They use it as spice in their food. But literally every color of the rainbow is in that island, like naturally in the dirt, in the rocks. Um, there's I literally have presentations. There's like 14 or 15 rainbow locations Like, it's not just one rainbow mountain range. There's like 8 rainbow mountain ranges. 2 of them are in Peru. One's in Oregon, one's in Utah. They're all over the place. There's 2 in China. There's all these rainbow locations we never heard of. Like, there's new. There's so much new. And you could say it's because of the internet. But I read all about a lot of like crazy places. Like we knew about Stonehenge without the internet. You know what I'm saying? We knew about the Grand Canyon. We knew about so many places without the internet, prior to the internet. But after the Mandela effect,
Right.
which was many years after the internet, by the way, all of these places started popping up. And I want to be clear, because you mentioned this. I don't see why the Earth can't be flat under a dome, the firmament, and why space can't exist, but we can't get to it. I don't understand why that's not an option. That's the one thing with flat Earth I don't understand. Like, they just say it doesn't exist. Why can't it be both? Why can't it exist, but that's part of the other side of the veil where we can't go. I would like a flat. I mean, I'm going on a flat Earth channel. I'm actually going to ask this tonight. I'm going to ask Ray. I'm on Boston Ray all the time.
Could
He's
it
definitely a
be?
flat mud flood. He's definitely a flat Earth channel.
Could it be, Sandy? Could it be kind of similar, like in the Truman Show, when the end? You know what I mean? The end was that the river, the lake, whatever the heck it was, whatever it would be. Could it be kind of similar to that in a sense?
It could be. Some people do theorize that Antarctica is actually the reason why it's so protected is because there's much more beyond it. There are many flat Earth models, and some of them have much more beyond Antarctica. Like, they have it as an ice wall, and then beyond the ice wall, there's many more lands. So there's a couple different models that I've seen for flat Earth. But I'm just saying,
Right.
I don't understand why space can't be real but inaccessible.
Mm.
I believe.
No, that's a good point. That's a great
Yeah.
point.
Inaccessible, not inaccessible. Excuse
But
me.
what if? But let me ask you this, right? Because it's like, see, and by the way, I've like again, I'm an open-minded learner, and so I'm trying to really listen to everybody and what they got to say, and it's like,
That's what I do.
yeah, and I'm really going to the absolute truth. So, the one guy I watch in particular, he actually came up with a new theory about Christ yesterday, and I was kind of like, I remember when in the beginning, I was just like, okay, look, I'm like, I started getting that. I don't know how to validate this feeling because I've never had it towards another person, but it was like a form of annoyance because it's like I've been following that channel for a year. I would take a lot of what that channel says with a grain of salt, but it's like I'm more on that channel side just because they're like, um, they're kind of like they point out a lot of stuff you point out where it's like we've been misled, we've been lied to, and whatnot. But yesterday, I started like I remember watching that channel, and I'm like, oh my god, like what were you smoking today? You were definitely smoking something good because he started saying how like Christ was actually a AI at that time, and I've never heard him say that theory ever before. But now it's like he's like, all right, like Christ is an AI or like like another version of a humanoid or whatever. But
Can I interrupt you
anywho,
for 1 second?
yeah, sure.
I'm sorry, but that is exactly why you just got like nipped it in the bud. And I don't know why I didn't mention it, but I've heard others say that before. And that bothers me. I refuse to think of Jesus Christ as AI. I
Sandy, can
think of
I?
AI as, if anything, and I've learned this from Karen, I've learned this from Awakened Saint, that if anything, Satan would be AI. He is the He's in control of the air. And AI is in the air. So is Wi-Fi and the internet. See what I'm saying? So if anything, it'd be Satan, not Jesus. But to say that Jesus Christ is AI, that just bothers me. That just shuts down simulation theory for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that to me, that
No, no,
now it's evil.
absolutely.
It sounds
No,
evil now.
absolutely. And Sandy, I'll tell you this. This is why I can be happy with myself. I take all these stuff with a grain of salt. Like, just because some guy came up with a theory yesterday, I'm not falling on it. I really do stand on the theory. Like, so I don't know if I'd consider myself like, if I go more towards the Trinity, but where I stand at is, from everything I've saw and my belief with Christ and all that, is I would say I believe he's the Son of God. He came down here to show man how to really be as a man. And it's like, when you look at how he was, he's as tough as they come. Like, and the reason I say that is he denies desires and human flesh desires, all of them. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here and make it about me, but yeah, I mean, I've struggled with certain desires, and it's like, I don't actually make excuses for them. I want to be like him. I want to be exactly like him, which is why I have I have a lot of respect for Christ. I feel like he really came to show man the way. Now, I know the majority of Christians, uh, the belief system for Christians would be that he came here, he died for us, took on, like, he died for our sins, and that if you believe in him, you'll be saved and have everlasting life, right? But for me, I go down more of a rabbit hole. But again, I have a lot of respect for him, and I would never go to that extent to just believe he's an AI because some freaking guy on YouTube saying it. But again, I'll be willing to give people like right now. Actually, Sandy, I came across a new channel. And it's funny, right? Because I don't want to say the spirit of the deceiver. I don't say his name because I now believe in the power of words. That anything that comes out of our mouth, they're like spells. I really believe in that now. So I never say that spirit's name again. The opposite of God. But yeah, I can't, now what ended up in my algorithm is this ex pastor guy. He doesn't. That's why I'm specific with wording people. He does nowhere in his description does he say he's an atheist. But his channel, he pretty much says Jesus is a fraud, God's a liar, your God's fake, and he gets people to call him and tell him why he's wrong. And he has a pretty good backup story on how to pretty much shut everybody up. But yeah, I'm listening to him, but it did hit me in the back of my mind that, hey, the closer you're getting to God, the closer the deceiver also wants you to get closer to him. So I'm you gotta be cautious. And now I know that there's something I need to be doing, which is ultimately just praying. Just
Yeah.
praying and showing God gratitude. But I honest to God, I've been showing an abundance amount of gratitude to God for everything. I really have. But it's, that deceiver, you really got to watch for him because he's, you could see he's trying to mess with the head. He really is, But that's where I stand, Sandy. I'm not easily. I know I might. I don't know how I sound. I don't know how I look to people, but I'm not. I'm not that gullible. I'm not that gullible.
Well, I probably sound even nuttier after telling everybody my theory again, but that is why I say I don't believe the Mandela effect is caused by one thing. I believe it's a mixture of God saving us, moving us to an earlier version of Earth, that we shift timelines, that I also believe we'll call him he who shall not be named. Like, because you don't want to mention his name. He is the great deceiver. And I believe the Mandela effect is the great deception. And I've said this over and over and over again, but just in case you didn't hear me say it, I believe it's Jesus that gives us the eyes to see the truth. He allows us to see through that deception. And that's why we see Mandela effects for what they are. They aren't the truth. Our memories are the truth. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. But let me ask you this, right? With all the beliefs that go around, are you mind me asking what sector you are, or what is your belief of Christ? Like, if you don't mind, just so that way I get a better understanding.
Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
what? So like Catholic.
Okay, so you're okay. You're Catholic. Okay, nice, nice. But if you don't mind me asking, because you were saying the horoscopes, right? As far as how you said, trying to remember how you worded it earlier, as far as the horoscopes. But is that within the Catholic belief system, like the astrology of that you were mentioning?
About the Catholic Church, that doesn't add up, like upside down crosses. And surprisingly, a lot of people remember the upside down crosses, even though it doesn't make any sense. So, are you familiar with the upside down cross on the Pope's chair?
I'm aware that the upside down, isn't that like an insult normally?
Well, normally it would stand for the guy you don't want to mention.
Right, right, right. Exactly. Yep, yep.
But in this reality, they claim, and I'm saying claim because I'm going to explain it in a minute, guys. I know you're saying it's in the Bible. I know. Because I do not know the Bible well. Because Catholics don't use the Bible like other denominations do. I have to cough again. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
I do not recall the Pope having a chair with an upside down cross. I do not recall Catholic churches with upside down crosses lit up on the top of the building, on the top of the church. I don't recall upside down crosses in stained glass windows, and yet they're there. And the reason they're there is because the apostle, I believe is Peter, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I don't have my presentation in front of me. Requested that he be hung on the cross upside down when he was crucified, because he was not worthy to be crucified in the manner of Jesus Christ. Now let me ask you a question. Let's make this modern day, okay? Pretend that he's on death row. What are the odds that a death row inmate is going to convince the governor, the warden, the guards to, I don't know, have them their last day on earth be from hanging as opposed to lethal injection? What are the odds that he's going to dictate how he goes out? And someone on death row, what do you think the odds are? We lost Sanctuary Seeker.
Did you hear me, or did I drop out?
No, you're here. We lost Propagate, I think.
Are you sure I'm here? It says I'm backstage.
No, I hear you.
Oh.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
Prop. We lost Prop for a minute.
Oh, we lost. Okay.
So I'm asking you, Sanctuary Seeker, what do you think the odds are that a death row inmate today is going to be able to dictate to the state, to the governor, to the warden, how they're going to go out on their final day?
Yeah, it's very unlikely. Like, it's pretty much slim to none.
Slim to none. So what do you think the odds are of Peter doing that with a a ruler, a king who acts like a dictator.
Mm.
Even
Yeah,
worse,
yeah,
right?
it'd be even worse. Exactly. Same thing, pretty much.
I believe. See now, because I believe we shift Earths. I don't believe things are supernaturally changing. I believe we've shifted to a timeline that always had a different Bible. Does that make sense? See,
That
for
always
me,
had what?
God's
That always
word is
had.
always true.
What did it always have in the Bible? Sorry, I'm breaking up badly because of my data here. What did it always
It's
have in the
okay.
Bible?
I'm saying that I don't believe things change. I believe we shift to a place where it's always been. So, the Bible that I grew up with is different from the Bible in this reality. It's still God's word, but it's different in this reality because in this reality it was transcribed differently by the by the prophets, by the apostles. They chose different words, they added different stories. It's still God's word, it's still the truth. It's just a different version of the Bible because we're on a different version of Earth in a different timeline. That's what I believe. And I believe that in my timeline,
Right.
there was no story of Peter on an upside down cross because I've never seen an upside down cross before. I've never seen it on the Pope's chair. I've never seen it on a church. I've never seen jewelry where people wear upside down crosses on themselves. The upside down cross always and only symbolized the dark one. We'll say the dark one instead of the name.
Mm. Mm. So where do you? So who exactly kind of came up with that theory then, as far as Saint Peter being crucified upside down there?
That's not a theory. That's in the Bible.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. Okay, so what book is that in then?
I don't know. That's something
Okay.
someone who knows the Bible better would know.
Right, right. I just for the record,
I'm gonna look it up.
it would have been all of 2023. It would have been early 2023. I went through it. I didn't study it. I more just went through it, but from Genesis to Revelation, and it took me probably 4 months because I put in a lot of effort every day just going through it. Obviously, I don't remember all of it, but yeah, if you can, please.
Oh
By the
my
way,
goodness. Hold up. Hold up.
uh-huh.
Correction. Correction. So it's referencing Peter 2 Peter 1:115. However, it doesn't
Mm,
explicitly state that Peter was crucified upside down. Early Christian tradition, particularly in the Acts of Peter and writings of church historians like, I'm going to butcher this, Eusebius recounts that Peter requested to be crucified in that manner, feeling unworthy to die in the same way as Jesus.
mm,
And they're saying 2 Peter 1:14, Peter speaks of his imminent demise in the context of serving and glorifying God. The Acts of Peter is an early Christian document that recounts Peter's martyrdom, including his request to be crucified upside down. So it's in the Acts of Peter. And also, John 21:18-19 alludes to Peter's death by execution, with some interpreters thinking that the author is indicating that Peter will be crucified. So those are all the references.
so that's where it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know what?
Excuse me.
That is, but just the whole thing
Excuse
you're
me.
telling me about.
What's an
By the way,
upside down
how's
cross?
my audio? Because I'm
What
low on my data. I got to
a
connect to
Truth
a
Seeker.
Wi-Fi.
upside down?
Truth
Huh?
Seeker, 1 second. Noelle's talking. She you couldn't hear her.
Oh,
What
sorry
is
about that.
upside down cross? I never heard of that. Like it's
Yes, I've never heard of it either, Noelle. That's what we mean by the Mandela effect. That is a Mandela effect for me. I There was never an upside down cross for me in the Catholic Church. Propagate.
Yes, Your Highness.
For Noel's benefit, would you like me to show the images I have in my not the presentation, it's way too long. But would you like me to get the images of the upside down cross from my presentation?
Ooh, I don't know if I want to put that up on the channel. With
Well,
all
it's
the
the
bad
Pope.
stuff that's over it. Like, what is it really about? Is it really about bad stuff?
No, it's about it's alluding to the apostle Peter being crucified. It's part of religious doctrine apparently in the Catholic Church, even though I was in the Catholic Church my whole life and I went to Catholic school from the time I was 3 years old until I was 18 years old and have no memory of this cross.
Oh, so it's a certain type of cross that's upside down? Is it a certain type
Yes,
made?
it is religious. This is not, it is not, it's religious. It's not, do you know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be bad.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have the picture?
I'm getting it. I'm going to send you a link to it in the private chat.
And
I'm
what's up,
actually going to
General
send
Saw?
you, it'd be easier to send you a link to the presentation and then you scroll down until you see the red church with the cross on it because there's a couple slides. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
All right.
In the Chizat of at propagate this light. That's what you're viewing this stream from. General Sorrow, hello there. Says hello to Sandy Diva, as well as
Hi.
myself, Noel, in Sanctuary. Yeah. Um.
I'm putting it in
So
the private chat right now.
Okay. Ken F's Caravan Life states a peace symbol is an upside down cross with the limbs broken. Huh.
It's actually
I heard.
the position that Jesus now is crucified. So in my past, Jesus on the cross had his arms straight out and they hung a little bit, very slightly, but he was a T shape. And now he hangs in a Y shape. His arms are up in the air, attached to the two sides of the cross, and he hangs down. So his arms are up like in praise, and he's Y shaped. And that is the peace sign with a line going through it. So it's Jesus more so than the cross. Did you get the link in the private chat?
Yeah, I have one question. Where's LJ or the
LJ fell
person?
out. Is she backstage? Her internet sometimes drops, and she leaves frequently and comes back during my show.
All right, so I'm gonna access this here. Access. All right. Let me see here.
When you open it, you need to scroll down to the red church with the white cross.
Ken F says, "Nah, Jesus had his arms outstretched on the cross,
I
also
agree.
symbolic of his arms open to the world."
I agree
Uh-huh.
1,000%, Ken. It's an old Mandela that we've covered. Brian MacFarlane found it.
All right, so we're gonna get up. I'm getting this up right quick. Give me a good second.
Okay. And while you're doing that, Sanctuary Seeker was saying something, but Noel was talking at the same time. I don't know what Sanctuary Seeker was saying. Sanctuary Seeker, are you there?
Yeah, who else is on with us, Sandy?
Oh, Noel is here.
Okay, yeah, I think I might end up just dropping out because it seems like I didn't even know Prop was on the whole time, and then you mentioned somebody else, and I can only hear you. I can't hear or see anybody else. I think it's just my dad. I'll just drop out. I'll listen in when I get to a Wi-Fi area.
You sure?
Yeah, because it's
Ask him
just the connect. I pretty much shoot out all my data for the month. I've went over it already. Um,
Oh yes,
and
then definitely get to Wi-Fi. Yes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I got Wi-Fi everywhere, like at home, at the gym, at work. But it's just on the road. I tend to chew it all up. So, but yeah, I'll listen in when I get to you guys. So,
Well,
take care, everybody.
thank you for coming on, Sanctuary Seeker.
Oh, no, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. I'll see you around.
See you around. He couldn't hear you, Prop, so I was saying goodnight.
Yeah.
know.
So, why is this? Give me a second. This
Nope,
record.
not this one. This is the whole presentation. You're just gonna fast forward
Oh,
until
okay.
you see a cross on a building, a white cross on a red church. Noelle, honey, we're gonna pull up the cross so you can see it. It's on a church.
Luckily, Noelle's not. She's not a vampire. Because she'll probably leave if we show that cross.
Yes.
Let's
She's
see.
not a vampire.
Let me see here. If I can get to the album. Back to the album. I'm doing this
I would say it's
backstage,
like
y'all.
this is a very long presentation. I would say it's like 15 slides down. That's why I
Okay.
said we're not gonna do the whole thing.
So, is all the way at the bottom correct? It
Yeah,
has a
it's towards the
circle around.
bottom.
It has a red circle around it.
No, it's
Uh,
a church. It's just a red.
Oh,
It's a building. Just
okay.
a picture of a building. It's got
Okay.
words under it with a white cross on it, but the white cross is upside down. It's a red
Right.
building, like brick.
Okay. Let's see here.
We're
Hey,
gonna
thank you,
start with
everybody.
that, and then I'm sorry.
Oh no, I apologize. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's listening and coming through. It's at propagate this light on YouTube, and some of my guests is restreaming it right now. Um, and we're live every Monday at 5:15 p.m. PST. You could be on the panel too if you read the description box and agree with that. All right, so here is the picture.
Noelle, you looking, honey? So this is a Catholic church, which I call, to solidify this abomination. Like that's how I call it. This is a Catholic church. And I'm sorry, Catholic churches never had upside down crosses for me. Ever. And if you go to the next slide, propagate, we will see many more. We have jewelry that you can buy. And this is religious jewelry. We have Jesus on, well, this is St. Peter, excuse me. St. Peter hanging in a Y shape. Do we see the Y shape, everyone? Do we see the drawing, the Y shape, which is the peace sign?
Yeah, I see that.
Do we see the red lit up upside down cross on top of the church? And they call it the cross of Peter. Not in my past. This did not exist.
So my question here, um, if he's upside down with his arms in that direction, what does that have to do with it looking like this? Like, a straight line.
What do you
Does
mean
that make
straight
sense?
line? I mean, it has to go into the
Um,
ground so it
right,
doesn't fall
right,
over.
right. But what I'm saying is like you said that the upside down cross is pretty much this is kind of like the source, the way, Peter, you say?
I'm saying that this story,
Hmm.
this
Sandy? I think the story okay, took your audio out. You're not supposed to be talking about this. I
can
can't
you
hear
hear
you,
me?
busting. Yeah,
Hold
I,
on.
I couldn't. Mhm.
You can hear me now?
Yep, just like Metro.
Okay. I just told Ray that I'm on a stream. Don't call me.
Oh, just real fast. Anybody in the chat, don't put the S word, put the dark one. Don't put the S word. You're probably leaving it from Sandy's channel. That's probably what's going on. But yeah. So you put your phone on silent, and then it won't cut your audio out. That's what I learned.
No, I forgot to put it on airplane mode. That's the problem. It let the call come through.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
I'm
And
on my phone, so it let the call come through. But can we go to the next slide? What I'm trying to say is this history was not part of my history, and I don't believe the Bible is changed. I just believe it's different in this version of reality. I shifted to a
correct.
reality where this story was included, not in the Bible itself, because they're saying it's in a document called the Acts of Peter. I'm just saying that maybe we didn't find that document in my reality,
Yeah, I
or
agree. Someone
or
said that. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead. Someone
no,
said
no,
that in
no,
the chat earlier. Someone said
yes,
that in the chat earlier. That yeah. So I agree. I mean, we I think that was brought up before that. All okay. I'll say this. I know you're on the roll. I'm sorry. I just want to throw this in there. Sorry about that. Um, we keep tricking our brain into the people. Okay, I'm assuming right when we say changes. When I say changes, I trick my brain into thinking that I'm in the same place, but everything else is different. But if you're sitting here saying that it's a different Bible because we're in a different place, then that goes for all the other so-called changes. They're not really changes. We're the ones that's we're going to where it exists at. So it's not a
we're moving.
change.
We
Yes.
shift.
Now my question is, it's easy to say that. That's what I was saying earlier. I want to know, excuse me, I want to know the mechanics behind shifting. I don't want to just say it. I want to know, like, okay, what does that actually mean? You know what I mean? Like, when does it happen? What is causing it? Wh-
Well, those are $1 million questions there, but
yes.
I believe I believe we shift when like the Schumann residence, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I like
Schumann.
people, yeah, because people, I feel sick. There have been many times I get massive headaches, and next thing I know, I'm seeing Mandela effects like crazy. Um, Ear ringing. You'll, I will. It's okay. So there's tinnitus. Tinnitus is a condition where your ears ring all the time. There may be breaks, but you get it frequently. I'm talking about we're just sitting here minding our own business, and out of nowhere there's like a my hearing gets muffled on one side, and then I'll hear this high pitched beeping noise, like a beep, like this very high pitched beep, and then the muffled it stops and the muffledness goes away. I think that could be a shift. I think we shift and we don't realize it. We're unaware of it. Oh, there was still no side after that one that I wanted to show.
Yeah, but also, yeah, and I'm gonna bring it back up. I just want to, in, give me. I'm going to the chat. There's a lot of comments here. Speaking of comments, wow, we have a lot of them. Over 200, altogether in the chat. Um, Let me get this going here. Yeah, so you're saying also in regarding the shifting, do you remember that conversation we had on the earlier panel when we were talking about how we all feel, you, Mud Rabbit, and I, when there's a shift? I said I was feeling like extra
Running
tired
down.
one day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think Mud Rabbit, you said something about you feel energetic when there's a shift or something like that,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. I
That
get
wasn't
sick usually.
okay. So
I get
Mud
sick. I
Rabbit.
get headaches.
Mhm.
It may have been Mud Rabbit, but it wasn't me.
Okay, but the whole thing of us feeling tired or energetic when there's a shift, do you think that's really what's happening there?
I do, because it happens to a lot of people. It's been taught, like people have been talking about this for years. I do believe it can be, not always, but I believe it can be indicative of a shift. And
Okay.
people have been for years comparing it to the Schumann resonance. That they'll be like, I don't feel well, I'm run down. They'll look at the Schumann resonance and it's off the charts. There is like a correlation with the
Yeah,
ears
but then
ringing and feeling like that.
right, and then the mustard seed of faith says it's because the physical bodies vibrate in tune with the frequency of the heartbeat of the earth. So when it changes, it affects you physically.
Hmm.
That sounds wow, man. That sounds about right,
Hmm.
And then the Ken F's in reference to you hearing the buzzing says the high pitched sound I have constantly seems to get tuned up to a point I'm getting dizzy. Lasts about 30 seconds. Those bursts.
Yes.
Uh, you, like what's going on there? I mean, yeah, the whole tinnitus. Nah, we're all saying no to that. So like, what is this the frequency? I guess, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
just before you.
it's different.
Before,
Like I said, there's something specifically different, and that's your hearing will be muffled in the one ear for one moment before it starts. You'll
and then
feel,
someone's
and you can feel it too. It's like the muffling you can feel, where it muffles the sound on one side, and it can be
Excuse
either
me.
side.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, can you send me the link, please? Because my computer is gonna shut off right now.
Oh, you mean
send you
on the
the link.
phone?
On my phone, yes. Because my computer, there's a time limit on my computer too. It's at 12 o'clock, it's shut off. But on my phone, it's 1 o'clock. Yes.
Did you send it to me on email, Prop? You did, right?
Please.
Yes, I'll send
Yes.
it to you, Noel.
On text messages, please.
I'm getting it right now. Yes, I'm going to get it. I have to find it. I got it. Copy.
Gerald,
You have it
talk
now,
about.
Noel.
Okay, just real fast. On the panel. I mean, not on the panel. On the in the chat. Oh, so you sent it to her. Wait a minute, she's gone. So
Yeah,
wait a
her
minute.
computer
Oh,
died.
oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Switching.
Did she hear you when you told her that you sent it to her? Did she actually hear you?
I don't know if she heard me, but I texted her phone, so she'll see it.
Oh, okay. So Gerald, Neil, talk about why religions are actively avoiding the topic. I'm assuming the ME. That's
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
So Noelle's back. Hi. No, I mean Noelle. Can you hear
Welcome
us?
back.
Yes,
You're there.
I can. Only on Saturdays my computer stays on until 1. The weekdays my computer shut off at 12. And yes, my phone shut off at 1 and it turns back on at 8:30 in the morning because I am bad sleeping at that time. So yeah, it sucks on the computer.
Yeah, but I was wondering, like, why do people use that word sucks when something is bad or not good? Why the word sucks?
Maybe it came from aw
So,
shucks.
and Sandy, why is people using these bad words nowadays? Like,
Oh, we're not really getting
like,
into bad
I'm
words yet.
confused.
We're talking about consciousness, but you could answer that if you want. But let's stay on topic though. Go ahead, you can answer that if you want to.
I think there's a lack of respect in life, and that's why people use bad words more. Or also, some people feel that words are just words and they don't have as much meaning. So they don't, let's put it this way.
It's,
Words
go
have
ahead.
meaning based on what you assign them, what you feel about them, what you think of them. They're just words. You know that
Oh
saying,
yeah.
sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? That's because words, you have the power to let words hurt you or not. You have all the power in the world. And
Yeah,
bad
that's
words are the
why.
same thing. If you get offended by a bad word, you are taking offense to it. It's just a word. And did you know, for example, I'm not going to say the word prop, but the F word wasn't a bad word? Back in the 1700s, it was people's last name. Like, people actually had the last name with the F word in it. There was even a place called
Are you
the F
serious
word.
with the F word in it? I didn't even know that. That's interesting to
Yes.
me.
In England, in Bristol, there's a place that used to be called the F word ing Grove. And that was just the name of it. It wasn't offensive to anyone. It wasn't a bad word. That was just a name. And yeah, there were birds with that name. Um, so bad
Excuse
words are
me.
what we assign.
Excuse me. Is this true? A female dog is a B. Is a
Yes.
B word? Why? Why
And
is a female dog
and
is
that is a wonderful example, Noel.
crazy?
Noel, that was a wonderful example. So
Yes.
back in the day, the B word wasn't a bad word. It was just a female dog, and that was that. There was nothing about it that was bad. We assigned that word to be a bad word.
The N word. We don't want to talk about that.
Hmm. So it's how we take each word and assign its meaning and whether or not we take offense to it. And you have all the power to say, I'm not going to let these words affect me.
And I have something here in the Chizat. Not a coincidence says in the word is only for them. Only for them. I have something to say about that real fast.
That's
Um,
racist.
I I have something to say about that real
Hmm.
quick. Um,
Yeah, some bad words are just bad
to
words.
Yeah, I have something to say about that real quick.
Hmm.
Um, from what I've heard, the thems, I guess, in this sense, call themselves it. They address each other that way. Hey, what's up, my blah 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 blah. Right, and then it's like, okay, well, it's supposed to be, they say it's a term of endearment, right? And then, but yet instead, a Caucasian person can't say it. Oh, if a Caucasian person says it, that gives me the right to be violent towards them. What? That doesn't even make any sense. It's just an excuse to be violent towards somebody, in my opinion. So, but
Uh,
if it's
Can I
Sandy.
say
but
something?
but if it's a term
Sandy.
of if it's a term of endearment, it's a term of endearment. That's not bound by. You know what I mean? If it's a term of endearment, it should be for everybody. It's, you get what I'm saying?
Correct. And that's why I wanted to say, one second, Noel. That's why I wanted to say something about that. My question is, why? Why would it be a term of endearment? You don't hear white people going around saying, Hey, my C word. Do you know what C word I'm talking about? The
Mm,
saltine. Hey, my saltine. Like, I don't want to be called a saltine. You know what I'm saying? Because that was someone who did something to the. They did the bad things with the whips. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called a saltine. Am I making sense? I'm trying to be cryptic here. Do you understand
mm.
what I'm saying, Prop?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the word that you're placing it with. Um,
Well, Ritz. There's Ritz. There's
Excuse me, Prop.
saltines.
Excuse me, Prop. So why is the and is it bad that
Yes.
you? No, I'm sorry. Is it bad when somebody was joking from the N word? Somebody's joking around, and what was? Yeah, is that bad when you said it when somebody's joking around or your friend or just?
I would say it's bad at all times. And that's what I'm getting at with what Propagate was saying. I don't think it should be a term of endearment. If it's a word that's so offensive that everyone hates it, it should not be a term of endearment. No one should use it. That's the way I feel. I feel that word should be left in the past and not spoken ever again. If it's that
yeah, and
bad
then hmm
that
yeah,
only one race can say it, then no one should say it.
Excuse me, why do people joke around with the N word? I'm sorry, that's confusing to me. I'm sorry.
Some people joke. Wait a minute, Noel. To be clear, are you talking about black people or other races?
The what about if your friend is black and you were joking around with them like a white people?
No. Yes, I don't think that would be smart. I would not be joking around. But the reason why people do it is because they feel it's just a word and they're not intending any malice towards anyone. They're just joking around. So there should be no problem with it. And that's exactly
And
what I'm
Sandy,
saying.
and Sandy, can you get jump? How can you get jumped by saying that word or yes?
Oh yeah, there are definitely people who will, like Prop was saying, who will use it as an excuse to be violent. Absolutely. And that is exactly my point though. If no one can use that word without the intent of being racist, okay? If other races cannot use the word when they're clearly not being racist, then that word shouldn't be used by anyone. I don't think I don't think black people should be using it, especially because of the
Why?
historical
Excuse
context.
me, excuse me,
Why?
Sandy. Like, why is these black people are saying it to black people and then white people say it to? I'm confused. I'm sorry.
All you need to know, Noel, is that it's a word to be avoided. That's all. There's no need to understand it. It can't be understood. Just don't say the word. It's not for I don't think it's for anyone to say. I think it's a word we should just leave in the past. There's no need for it. And I think it sends a double message. You can't have one group of people using it as a term of endearment and then expect other people not to use it as a term of endearment.
And
Like
so
there are
why?
people.
So
Noel, let me
why?
finish.
Okay.
Noel, let me finish my thought because I was in the middle of something. I'm sorry. Like for example, people get in trouble for singing along with a song because it's got it in there. That is insane. That is stupid. That is wrong. There's no reason why someone should get in trouble for singing lyrics. Okay? If that is an issue, then that shouldn't be in the song. That's the way I feel. The word should just be eradicated, be done with, gone. No one should be able to say it. Now what were you saying, Noel? I'm sorry.
Sandy, so why is this word is desisting, this N word? That's just
Why? It's
what?
disgusting because
Who
it was
wrote
a
this
word
up?
that was used Do you know what derogatory means, Noel?
No, I do not.
Okay. It was a word used to put people down and to treat them horribly. When, can I say the S word here, Prop?
Slave?
Yeah.
Hmm,
Okay. Want to make
Yes.
sure. Okay. So it was used by slave owners to treat slaves horribly.
Yeah, then and it's like when I hear someone say my N word, it's kind of like saying it kind of reminds me of like a movie.
Negro, what
Hold
about
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Give me 1 second, Noah. It kind of reminds me of watching a movie of like slaves and stuff like that, and they're saying like, well, how much is your slave? Well, my N word is whatever, how much, and now you have people here walking around talking about my N word, my N word, my N word. It just drives me crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Noel.
What about the other word? What about can I say it or no?
What does it begin with?
It starts with the N, not the other word. I'm sorry.
Why
I
don't
don't
you
want to be
send me a
racist.
text? Noel, send me a text with the word, and I'll tell you if you can say it.
You talk about
Text
the
me the
N,
word.
the other N word with the ER
Yes,
on the end. Okay. What's
I
your
wouldn't
question?
say it.
I was saying that's a long that's what that's what that's what a long time word to call a I want to
Don't say it. Yeah, don't say the word.
The words get in the way.
no no Negro, that's the word. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that
Okay,
used
Yeah,
to
so
be the word that was
used to be the
accepted,
word.
and then it became African American. So I know what you're saying.
So what does that word means? I'm sorry. I don't know what that
So
means.
it means the same thing. It's just that at one time that was the accepted word, and then 20 years later, society decided that now that word is racist too. This is what I'm talking about.
How
Words are just words.
is
It's
that
what we assign to them.
how is that word racist? Like
It's racist now
Negro?
because, yeah, it's a racist word now because
So
society has decided so.
why I don't hear that word
Don't say it again.
nowadays?
Don't say it again. Yeah, you don't say it. Yes, let's not say it anymore. We don't say it because society, the world, decided that that word was now racist. That's it. They just decided. And no one was allowed to use it anymore. Even though there was the United and College Fund with the word right in it, um, it was just a word. And then it was decided that, nope, we're going to use African American now. And everything had to be African American or black. And that's it. I don't
this is
understand. See, now what upsets me with African American is unless you've been, I don't call myself Italian American. I've never lived in Italy. I'm not from Italy. My heritage is from Italy. I'm Italian, like in heritage. But you're an American. It doesn't matter. That's what drives me crazy. I like the African American title drives me insane because you're American. Like I don't understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, why
Excuse me,
specify?
Sandy. What is a racist word for white people? I never heard of that before.
Okay. Can I say that? Because that doesn't have the same weight, I guess. Can I say it, Rob?
Well, I just want to say one thing first. I don't know what it
Mhm.
is what the word is you're trying to reach for there. I mean, or
I gave you
trying to
hints
say.
earlier.
Oh, okay.
What is Ritz? They're round. Ritz, saltines. They're square.
The cracker.
Yeah, that's the word.
A
I, I,
cracker? How is that
I just,
racist?
It's
I just want to
racist.
ask a question.
Wait, let Propagate ask this question, Noel.
Yeah, I just want to throw this in before we go too far, because you're saying Afro American. The one thing about that gets to me is that why does it have to be Afro? Was that phrase or title created in the 70s when people had afros and stuff? Or like that's what I don't
I don't
understand.
know. That's a good question.
Because
It was
if
back then, yes.
yeah, because you could probably a person that's not black can probably make their hair into an afro. I mean, it just depends on your hair. It doesn't necessarily have to be a black person that has
It
it
just
with
has
an
to be
afro.
curly. It has to be super curly. Correct.
So 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 therein you have Afro American. Really? So that doesn't mean you're black. Afro is a hairstyle.
Correct. I agree with you. But I was talking about African American, as in from Africa.
Yeah, yeah, but there's that one phrase, Afro American. So that could be anybody, right?
Yeah, but that's what they meant back then.
Excuse
Crazy.
me, what is a white word racist world? Is it
So it is one. A cracker is one of them
how?
because
How is that word?
slave owners used to do something horrible to their slaves. They would crack a whip, so they were called crackers. I'm serious.
Oh
Serious.
my God, that is crazy. I never heard of that. Oh
You
my
didn't know where
goodness.
the term came from?
I'm not laughing at the whole situation, but I had never heard of that.
I
And
know.
also
Well, why
and
else?
also
Why else were they called that? Think about it.
and also on the
Excuse
and
me,
also on the
Sandy.
Mhm.
and
Sandy.
also on we can't all talk at once. And also on the panel, we have sorry about that, Noah, I'm gonna bring you back. Also, we have on the panel, coon is a racist term unless you're talking about raccoons. That had me
That
cracking
is
up.
true.
Go ahead,
Sandy,
Yes, Noel.
why I don't hear cracker nowadays? Why is these people not saying that? That's
Oh,
just
people do say it, just not white
I
people.
don't hear it. I don't hear it.
Oh, the irony. So, the only people I hear using the word are black people, and they're being derogatory
I
towards
don't
white
hear it.
people when they say it.
Rednecks is racist.
I don't think redneck is racist. I mean, Jeff Foxworthy would completely disagree.
Why can why can white people jump black people, Sandy, or no? Like,
What?
is it
I'm sorry. Repeat
can
that.
white people jump black people? Like, I
Okay,
can see it.
Noel. Race doesn't matter. People can jump people because there's bad people in the world. The race does not matter. There's just
I'm gonna
bad
add to that.
people in the world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add to that real quick. Okay, let me bring some. Like, I think I said this before. Talk about people jumping people, and race doesn't matter. So I'm walking in this neighborhood I used to stay in. I'll make it really short. And then I was walking one day, and then some young guy stopped me. I never seen this dude before. He put his arm out and said, "Stop." And I'm like, "What's the problem?" He was like, "You don't represent the movement." What movement? Bow? Like what movement are you talking about? So what he was basically saying is that I look different than him, and I don't represent the whole pants sagging thing and all this kind of stuff like that. And here's the jumping part. So I'm sitting there, he's trying to stop me, and then all of a sudden, all these people came out of nowhere and then jumped me. This is
Oh
in,
my God.
and
That's horrible.
they were all my tone color skin in the hood. It was about 9 people, and I'm gonna tell you like this: it happened on 3 different occasions with different people in that neighborhood, and I wasn't even doing nothing. You know what I mean? So the white people, Caucasian people jumping. Well, I'm telling you this. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? I did what I needed to do in that situation, but I'm just saying that that's, initially that's what happened. So all because I didn't,
Did
all because I
you
was.
get out alive? Did you get out of there?
Oh, he's here, isn't he? Are we
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
your ghost prop?
Oh,
No, he's fine. He's fine. It was horrible, but he's fine.
and then there's a
Sandy,
there there's a
Sandy,
news.
have you ever?
There, hold on a second. There's a news item. I'll bring you back. Sorry about that. That's one to listen there. There's a news item where these black cops jumped this black guy just just totally, and then he died like an hour or two later. So I don't know if y'all heard that one. And that one, I haven't seen no marches on that or nothing like that. I haven't seen nobody getting all bent out of
No, they
shape and
won't.
doing
They won't
press
march on that.
conferences.
They don't march when a child dies either.
Wait, what happened? There was these cops jumped this black person for what?
They pulled him over, and then they pulled him out of the car, and then they tried to say that I don't know, that he was intoxicated, but he wasn't. And then they just started using him as a punching bag and actually like beating them up for real on the street. And then what they didn't know is that there was an eye in the sky watching it, and that's how they got them for doing that. There was a camera
What do
on the pole.
you mean the eye in the sky?
There was a
Like a
camera.
helicopter. Or
No, there
camera.
was a yeah. There was a pole on the street that it was happening at, and there was a camera on the pole watching everything. And so the cops,
This
when
was,
they were beating the guy up, they some of them turned their body cameras off. You know,
did he pass away? The boy?
it wasn't a boy, it was a man. But yeah, he passed away.
Why, Sandy? I don't. What's your mistake about cops beating up these people? I'm sorry to ask that. Why would they
No,
do that?
it's not. It's okay to ask, and I'm going to say the same thing I said a few minutes ago. There are bad people everywhere. Most cops are wonderful. All they want to do is protect us. They want to do their jobs and protect us. But there's always bad people out there that don't deserve to be a police officer. There's bad people out there that just want to cause trouble. There's bad people out there that want to jump people and steal and hurt people. There's always going to be bad people out there. But it doesn't mean they're all bad. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. I love the authority, police, and everything. It's just a couple of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what Propagate was saying is when it's black on black, the news won't report it. There won't be a march. There won't be a GoFundMe. There won't be a vigil. When a little girl is sitting in her house and a drive-by pew pew happens and she passes away, there's no march for her either. It's only when there's white cops and a black person.
It
And
keeps
the
the
media
narrative.
does that
Is
to
that
mix every.
racist? Is that racist to do that?
It's not so much racist to do it as it's the way the media controls the narrative and gets people angry. And when people are angry, they're easier to control. When people are angry, they're easier to manipulate. And it's how they divide us. It's about division. And that's why I keep saying to you repeatedly, it doesn't matter what their race is. They're just bad people. There's good people and bad people. It doesn't matter if they're white, black, Asian. It doesn't matter. There's just good people and there's bad people of every race. And thankfully, more of those people are good than they're bad.
Correct. Correct. And this is why we do what we do here. This is why I have it the way I have here, to keep the vibration high.
Sandy, can you please tell me about your story about them, please?
What do you mean, my story?
Your story?
About my story about what, Noelle? I don't understand. If you want a story of where I was discriminated against racially,
yes,
I do actually have one.
yes.
So Wawa is a convenience store in my area, and inside Wawa they sell mocha mint iced coffee. It's in a machine where you push down the lever and it comes out of the machine. Okay? And you can buy a cup, a different size cup, or you can bring a 64-ounce jug to the store and pay for a 64-ounce refill, which I did. I would get 2 jugs so I could save, because I usually have to get a ride there. I don't have a car. So I would bring my 2 jugs and pay for the 2 jugs so I had the coffee in the fridge for a little while. All right? And the people in Wawa know me because I was in there all the time. And I did what I normally did. I went and paid when I walked in the door. And then I went over and started filling up my coffee. And you know when you're standing and you can feel like someone's staring at you from behind you,
Yes.
like you can feel eyes burning into your back. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm filling up the coffee jug and I get that sensation. And I turn around and there's a tall man, black cop, and then there's a short woman, black cop. And the guy, he's fine. He's like just making his coffee, his free coffee, by the way, because the cops get free coffee at Wawa. So they didn't pay for nothing. All right, because it's free for them. While she's making her free coffee, she's staring at me with this face like, like, what do you think you're doing? She literally says to me, I know you're going to pay for that. Just like that, with all the attitude in the world, I know you're going to pay for that. And I said, yeah, I know. I already did. And she said, She's like, who'd you pay? And I said, her at the register. And she said to me, wait here. So she's detaining me now inside a store, mind you, in a store. Like, that's no different than you walking into the store and opening up the cabinet and taking some milk out and walking around the store and deciding if you're going to buy some candy or not. It's no different than that. I'm in the store, okay? I'm not breaking any laws. I'm shopping in a store. So, but I already paid for it. So it didn't matter. She didn't give me a chance to hand her the receipt to prove that I paid. So while she was gone, I finished up filling up my coffee. I gave the receipt to the other officer who looked at it, and I said, I'm leaving. And he said, you may go. And I saw her at the counter talking to the girl who I'm assuming was saying, yeah, she knew me, as I'm walking out. And she's looking at me like, where do you think you're going? And all I did was I walked over to her cop car, wrote down the cop car number, the license plate, and I called and reported it. Because if it wasn't about race or discrimination of some sort, one, she wouldn't have done that in the store. What she would have done was, if she didn't understand, she could have just gone over to the register and asked if I paid without even saying a word to me. Or she could have waited until I walked outside and asked to see my receipt. But instead, She got rude with me. She detained me while shopping in a store. So to me, what do you think that is? I don't know. To me, I think, I don't know, it's discrimination of some sort. I don't know. Maybe I looked poor to her. I don't know. But I wasn't doing anything wrong. Wasn't doing anything illegal. She detained me in the store and treated me like I was a criminal.
Well, here in the chat, people were saying like, "Oh, this doesn't sound like MEs or consciousness." LOL.
No. Nope.
Did
Answering Noel.
did this is this topic here is probably under the positive well-being topic on my channel here. So, but yeah, let's anyway, I have to get up out of here pretty soon. Anybody want to say anything before we bounce?
Well, I want to thank you for having me on.
Okay.
And Noel, your phone's going to be shutting off in 15 minutes. I am moving to another show, but it's not an open panel.
What show is it? Can I subscribe to it?
Like I said, you can watch it. Oh, you're already subscribed. It's going to be on my channel, but it's Boston Ray's show. You can subscribe to Boston Ray if you're not subscribed already. But it's not an open panel. But also your phone's going to shut off in 15 minutes. So, but if you want to watch the show, I will send you the link. But I wanted everyone to know that Boston Ray is live right now, and I will be joining Boston Ray on his show. And thank you again,
was
Rob.
very, very mean that she and did she yell at her?
No, I did not. You don't yell at the police. I was very calm. Like I said, after she detained me, I filled up my coffee. I just quietly filled up my coffee, and then I walked over to the other police officer, handed him my receipt that she would not let me even give her before she made these assumptions. He looked at my receipt. He saw that I paid for it already, and he gave me the nod that I could leave, and I left. I didn't say another word to that woman. See, personally, I don't think she's a bad person. I just think she's seen a lot. And she made a false assumption about me. I mean, what she did was wrong. She didn't have a right to detain me in a store for shopping. But I do see how, they see a lot. Philadelphia police officers see a lot.
Excuse me. Tomorrow I am visiting another day program. See if I enjoy it. If not, I need to find me my job.
Okay, well, I will say a prayer that you love the day program.
Okay, cool, for sure. Thank you everybody for being in tune with us. Come back next Monday at 5:15 p.m. PST. If you enjoy this one, it only gets better, and we have a lot of good realizations here. And yeah, this has a lot of replay value, I believe. We did get it, onto some different topics, but this is what we're doing. We're just checking in with each other, and everything pretty much stayed on point. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, Noel, come back, if you're able to, next Monday.
Next Monday at what time?
At 5:15 p.m.
8:15.
On Monday, next Monday.
Noel, it's
Yeah,
8:15 for you, honey.
Yeah.
And what about you?
It's 8:15 for me as well. We're on the same time zone.
And we can text after this.
No, after this, I have another show.
And there's no open panel.
No, there's no open panel. It's not my show. I'm going on another person's show like I'm on Propagates. But their show is not an open panel.
Okay, okay. You're gonna be on
Oh,
there tonight, right? Boston
I'm
Mud
go.
Flood.
Yes, I'm going to Boston Rain Mud Flood Adventures after this. It's on my channel as well. You can go to my channel for the chat, but it's sharing on my channel, on X, and on Boston Rain Mud Flood. And also, before we go, I want to say happy birthday, Mud Rabbit. Thinking we forgot at the end. No, not happening.
Yes, definitely. Mud Rapper's been here since the beginning of these panels. I appreciate Mud Rapper. Um, all right, thank you, and I'll be in contact with y'all, and y'all are welcome to come back. In everybody that's showed up in the chat, even on Sandy's streams. We're gonna do this again. Maybe she'll restream it again or something like that if she wants to.
And Sandy, are you gonna come next Monday?
I am going to try my best to be here next Monday, yes. I don't know if I definitely will be because of medical issues, but I will definitely try my best. And
How is that going?
it's something I don't want to share online right now.
Okay.
I'll tell you tomorrow. But I do want to say that this will be on X on replay. And since I'm sharing
What
to my
is that?
channel,
What is X? X is Twitter?
yes, X is Twitter, yes. And this is also sharing to my channel, so that this will be on replay on my channel as well.
All right, thank you, Ken F, and everybody in the chat. All right, thank you, y'all. I'll be in contact. That actually rhymes. All right, peace out, y'all. Thank you, Sandy and Noel.
Oh, thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Prop. Good night.
Good night, Mom,
right.
and I love you.
Good night, Noel.
Oh.
I love you.
All right. Nice one. Thank you. This is not done for sure. And group hug says Mud Rabbit, and Russ is here. Thank you for everybody popping in. And at propagate this light is my channel. Some of y'all not on watching this from there. That's where this is being broadcasted from. So y'all are welcome to come in. And yeah, put this on replay. I think it has a lot of good replay value, and you could use it as a background in your bedroom or something. You put this on the big screen or whatnot, and put it on the highest quality. All right, let me check the private chat. Someone, okay, left a comment here. It says good night. Okay, for sure. All right, thank y'all once again. All my friends, new friends, until the end. Peace out. General Sorrow says later, have a good one. Propagate this light. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Come back soon, next Monday. Yeah. All right. Oh, when you're on the rough waters in your life, and we always keep it spiritual, we always circle back around. So, we all are human beings and we all go through life, and sometimes we have questions that this is the time to reach out. So Noelle's reaching out to people, her mom, Mud Rabbit and SandyDiVa. So give her a chance to speak and say her piece, and everybody else as well. All right, peace out. Oh, when you're on the rough waters in life, make sure you always rock steady. Peace.